Hi there, my name is FixFox, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. Excited to come back here today and play a little bit more of the Dungeon faction. They were one of the first factions that we got the opportunity to play, and it's been a minute since we actually got the time to return. So that's what I want to do today, play some nice Dungeon faction and have a real good time with everybody that's here in the chat. We got lots of wonderful people. Chris, Christina Diamonds, Vammy's in the chat as well. Hello to everyone here right now, and hello to everybody that we'll catch later here on Twitch or on YouTube later. It's always a pleasure to have you here. So folks, we're going to have this choice between the different templates. I don't really want to do a single hero mode. I want to do something a little bit more invested. Let's go for a smaller map though. Let's take a look at this Crossroads playthrough. It's a medium-sized map, which is very, very interesting. When I play smaller maps on other Heroes of Might and Magic games, it tends to feel like you have a greater opportunity to run into your enemies. And so I want to give a smaller map a little bit more of a chance. We've played large and XL before. Let's take a look at this Crossroads map. It says that you can choose your paths wisely. Each one holds treasures, some greater than others. We do want to play as the Dungeon faction. I don't really care which hero I start off with. I'm just going to hit random and see where this takes us. It's going to be Rhea. This is going to be the luck hero. So luck, I believe this is luck. Hold on, Rhea, I'm pretty sure you do luck. You'd think I would know. Yes, +1 luck, and for each point of luck, creatures have an increased chance to deal a critical strike, which increases over the time with the bonus. I'm very happy for this. Let's put this on Apocalypse difficulty, and let's dive right in. And yes, Chris, all good. We're ready to catch a stream. It's been a while. Alas, I only think I have an hour to spare. Hey, maybe on a medium-sized map, maybe we can finish this up in only an hour. We will see. We will see. And Chris and Christina, so double Chris today. Yes, Christina, I will take both of you. Absolutely. Happy to have you both here. Rise to Ruins in the chat. Howdy, Fix in chat. Hope y'all are doing well and have a lovely Thanksgiving or a long weekend. Personally, I am stuffed. I am full of delicious, great food. And so if I fall asleep partway through, blame it on the turkey. Blame it on the turkey. And by the way, Vammy, very happy to say that I'm glad you got a new computer. Hopefully you get the chance to play Olden Era very, very soon for yourself. Folks, we start off with the Castle of Shadow Maw. On Apocalyptic difficulty, resources are very, very scant. I feel like hiring a second hero right off the bat would be very exceptional for us. This Kelarr the Betrayed is pretty interesting to me because they come with some additional troops. Sister Dira, I mean, she's exceptionally good with the Masterful Arena's chosen spell. Like really, really good, right? But you know what? We rolled with Rhea. I'm going to kind of try to stick with Rhea. So let's go with Kelarr the Betrayed. We'll spend all of our gold right now. And this is going to give me an opportunity to send all my forces into one hero. Maybe Rhea could do something nifty. I do want to do one quick swap. I want to have Kelarr be the one to leave first, just so that way they can find whatever freebies we can find for ourselves. Looks like we got an ore mine to the east, a sawmill to the south. Let's immediately go pick up the ore. Ah, yes. Yes, our coffers overfloweth. 1,000 gold from a treasure chest, another 700 from what you find on the ground, another 1,500 from a treasure chest, 600. Folks, we're up to 3,800 gold already. This feels pretty good. And so now I have a choice. I think that what might be best with this one castle, it might be best if my main hero just goes up the road and collects whatever they can. If I can go get the sawmill today, rats, I can't. It's just a little bit too far out of my way. I would like to have just sent my main hero down the road, but instead it looks like we're gonna have to devote a little bit of time to get some of this wood. I would like to build this castle up as much as possible. We'll figure out army formations later, but for now, let's pick up sawmill for 2 wood per day, 7 wood, 6 wood, and this summit automaton for the +1 defense. This is hidden, or rather guarded, behind these raw shoth. I don't want any part to do with them. Not my idea of a good time. Grand shoth and some cultists and some Agath shoth riders. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Tiers 1 through 4 creatures for the Schism faction guard a labyrinth for your Minotaurs, a Pandora's box, and the rope belt from the Pauper's Glory artifact. Very interesting. Well, I think that I'm just going to carry on up the road. Right now, on Apocalyptic difficulty, I don't feel the need to fight. I'm not saying I don't want to fight. I want to fight. I want to do exciting, fun things, but I'd really rather prefer to stay alive and be wise with my time and energy. For my primary hero, do you want the experience? Do you want the gold? I think that early levels are very, very valuable here in Olden Era, so I'm going to take the experience, even though it's not going to get me up to a full new level. And as you can see, even the path up here is guarded by these cultists and these raw shoth. What to do and how to do it. We have the opportunity to take the advanced luck, basic tactics, or the siegecraft. I'm going to ignore the siegecraft for now, maybe later, but definitely not right now. And then tactics. You can rearrange creatures before the start of the battle within 2 lines of the area. Not bad. I mean, it's got some nice sub skills. The counterattack ability to have that refreshed. Friendly creatures gaining additional defense for every adjacent ally. You can get a lot of defense that way. An additional focus charge whenever your enemy uses a spell. That's good for late game fights, I'm sure. And then easy prey. Whenever we wait, we all get initiative. I mean, tactics has some advantages. However, we are the luck specialist hero, and I'd like to be able to just scale exceptionally well. And look at this. The hero gains additional gold and resources from the adventure map. That's an opportunity for a sub-skill. And then as we go on up here, we got the opportunity for a lucky strike, meaning that the enemies don't counterattack. Tell you what, let's go for this advanced luck over the tactics, over the siegecraft. I think that siegecraft is actually not a bad choice on this template just because of how soon we might be able to fight our foes. But for now, let's go for this luck. Beastly confidence, always heads. My arrow is chosen. My. I think I'm going to scale so very well with luck anyway that beastly confidence is not necessary. Let's go for this always heads and just hope that we can have a nice strong economy. As we settle on up here, finding a gingerbread house, we do need to make a purchase here. It'll be the Byzantine Palace with the wood that we secured from the sawmill. We do have some forces left over in this castle. We might be able to get them to our main hero because it looks like this is a bit of a dead end. Talaris, if you got some opportunity, head in that direction, please. I beg of you. And now, with that being said, we will go on from month 1, week 1, day 1 on to day 2. Silvervesh is in the chat. Yay, the stream is on. Hey, nice to have you here. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing exceptionally well. As Rise to Ruin already said, hopefully everybody's having a long weekend. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves. We're having a nice time because, you know, I like this time of the year. It gets dark pretty early, which maybe is not everybody's favorite, but it does give me the opportunity to get all warm and cozy with some nice, you know, like a blanket wrapped around me, something warm to drink in my hands, you know, little cozy comforts. Hopefully everybody's getting some time to get some of those cozy comforts as the weather turns. Labyrinth for Minotaurs, bank for additional gold. I think we're gonna have plenty of time to get these Minotaurs. The only reason I would get these Minotaurs now is if I thought that these Minotaurs might help me take another fight in a moment or two. Instead, I'm gonna go for the gold. Go for the gold, yay. And then that's actually gonna leave me a little bit more gold to make these purchases. I do wanna get into the amphitheater as quickly as possible. We need crystal, we need mercury. If you can find any amount of those, you are obligated to take them. Can we reach our main hero? We certainly can. And now with 2 heroes on this little template, it feels like we got rather cramped quarters. Rather cramped quarters indeed. But Rhea is going to do the best she can. I think, let's see, best way of doing this. Single stacks with the dancers are always ideal. Axolotls, we're not going through those anytime soon. There's a safe house guarded by these troglodytes and these infiltrators. Tell you what, we're for sure going to pick up the +1 defense. I think I'm going to go grab this treasure chest before I try and take on these foes. Is this enough experience for a level up? It is. And I feel obligated to take advanced triumvirate strength. Once you can get up to the point where you got flow as an expert sub-skill, at that point, you can do many things. You can get your heroic strikes off. There's some really good value in your upper tier creatures. They tend to really love, as the dungeon faction, they love being able to change their focus charges with the stance. Underground passages, I always like that. Alvarian expertise. When selecting a stance, the corresponding attribute of the enemy hero partially decreases. Good for the late game, not good for this early opportunity. An opportunist, +1 initiative to friendly creatures. That's kind of useful because our dancers are generally pretty slow, unless you go in for the Ariat dancers. Is it Ariat dancers or Jasper dancers? One of them has a much higher initiative, one of them has a much lower initiative. But for now, I do like the idea of 10% bonus damage on native terrain. Again, that'll just help me clear out this adventure map a little bit easier, which right now looks like it might be a bit of a problem. Troglodytes, infiltrators, let's dive into this fight. This is going to be a bit bloodier than I would like, but we will take it all the same. Without looking at the auto combat results, let's just see what we got here. A big stack in the rear, surrounded by, or rather flanked by, troglodytes everywhere. Yeah, this is probably about the best I can do at the moment. Let's start battle. These are going to be the bleak infiltrators, so they will get down the battlefield in 2 turns. We have no spells to play around with. It's all about the luck. It's all about the luck. And they are going to get the opportunity to go first in this upcoming round. I still then have a choice then. Do you want to have the additional attack skill to bring down their numbers before they get to you, or do you want to wait and defend against the attack when it does land? For now, I'm going to actually take this attacking stance So that increases our attack by quite a bit, actually. We're up to 6 attack. That was 4 additional attack skill. I'm going to spread out my fighting style. That's going to be 1,000 cuts applied to 1 creature and 2 creatures, so -1 defense on both. I'm going to wait on my big stack and let the other dancers shred the defenses of these neutral armies. These troglodytes are going to take a little bit of time to get down this battlefield, and I'm just fine with that. The infiltrators, I wish I could just tuck them away in this corner. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sit them right up here. Yeah, if they go to here, let's see. What is this, 5 speed? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if I stick my infiltrators right up there, I'm actually going to avoid any damage. So let's defend on our troglodytes. Let's get as much damage off as we can. It's only going to be 4 to 5 here against these infiltrators. We did get the good luck proc, though. We did get the good luck proc, so we did a little bit more damage than we otherwise would have anticipated. Yeah, we're going to lose 1 dancer. Oh, and look at this. They did their fighting style, the hit and run. So they took the 50% reduced damage, but they did put themselves just outside of my reach, and that's okay. We will skip again, get off our shred. Unlike when the demo first released, you can't actually go below 0 defense. It used to be that you could actually get way more defense. And I'm actually really glad for that change. Doing bonus damage by putting the enemy into negative defense, it sounds good, but I do see some issues with balance. So I kind of enjoy that they've made a change there. I'm okay with that. Really, I'm okay with that. These bleak infiltrators, I mean, let's see. Yeah, they're going to have to choose what they want to do here at this point, but they're probably going to do another hit and run style. I'm just going to bring them down with my dancers in a moment. Yeah, I'm going to bring them down with the dancers in a moment. I could send this 1 troglodyte up just to slow down this group here. I'll do that. Might be overkill in my decision making here, but that actually with the terrain puts these guys just a little bit out of range to attack me this upcoming turn. So one of these dancers is going to go down right now. Can't help it. Can't help it. But now, as we wait one more little round of combat, this big stack of infiltrators is going down pretty quickly. Another heroic strike. 8 down to 4. I will have to defend. My infiltrator is going to get right into these troglodytes, though. We're going to take out half the stack. Do you want to keep the attack on, or do you want to go for the defense? I think I'm okay to just do the attack. 23 to 38. Yeah, 23 to 38. Did not get the good luck proc. I was kind of hoping for that. We'll take the damage from these 4. Another one of our infiltrators goes down. But at this point, we're going to finish them off here. It's going to be heroic strike here. Damage everywhere. And that kills the full stack with the good luck proc. So losses look just fine to me. It was 2 dancers, 1 troglodyte, and 3 of these infiltrators. All in all, I think that the losses were just fine there. And we will definitely take our prize, these infiltrators. We are out of gold. So 13 of them. It's going to take quite a little. It's going to take at least 1 day to get this full purchase off. But still, happy that we've got some opportunities all the same. I'm just worried, though. Where do you go? Where do you go and what do you do at this point? Like, you're low on resources. You don't have a lot of... Oh, I guess we can go this direction. I didn't realize I could walk right by these guys. Oh, I thought that this was a dead end. No. I could actually use my secondary hero, Kelarr, to go in that opposite direction. Okay, I'm all right with that. Omen Collar, so -1 to the enemy luck. And then the fancy mask, so additional focus points, not charges, but points at the beginning of the fight. I think I'm kind of done with this area for now until I can get these infiltrators. On the one hand, I want to stay. On the other hand, I want to come back. No, tough to say. If we go for resource riches, is 2,500 gold going to get us a valuable purchase here? Not at the moment. Might get us the marketplace, but trading for the crystal and the mercury to get into the amphitheater, I don't know how valuable that's going to be. This gingerbread house would be nice, but these axolotls are just too tough to deal with. We'll tell you what. This early on, I like to go for tax collectors for the additional gold generation. I am going to go for resource riches, just because then I won't have to miss out on a day of purchases. Wait, did I ever make a purchase here today? I must have. I'm going crazy. Alrighty, what's been done has been done, folks. Let's do it like this then. There's the goal for the infiltrators. I don't like this fight. I do not like this fight. Oh, I don't like this fight. But if we can get through this, through the raw show, it's going to be like 100 raw show. If you can get through the raw show, your life is much better. There's just going to be resources up the road. If I wait one day though, here's the deal. If I wait one single day, I can probably leverage this into the Labyrinth, and then some Minotaurs are gonna make this fight go even better. Let's be a little bit smart. Let's wait one more day. We'll come back at this in a moment. Bammy says the cold weather is a great excuse to stay inside and play some heroes. I love the way you think. I could not agree any more with you. Okay, when you think about Heroes of Might and Magic, I gotta ask you, what is everybody's favorite memory playing Heroes of Might and Magic? Is it with a friend or family member? Is it the sort of thing where you just remember like the first time you realized how a certain mechanic worked? Like what was your moment where you realized that you loved Heroes of Might and Magic? Because if you're brand new to the game, I'm sure that you're still creating some of those memories, but a lot of us are longtime fans. What was the first memory you had where you realized that you were hooked on this game? And to be clear, that's not a bad thing. Yeah. Being addicted to Heroes of Might and Magic, probably not a bad thing. Maybe that's too strong of a word. Okay, Labyrinth, Mage Guild. I mean, Mage Guild to help take some of these upcoming fights could be useful. I think that the Minotaurs are just gonna be valuable though. We're only gonna have 1,000 gold, 1,200 gold left over. We're only gonna have a little bit of gold left over to make that purchase. I'm still gonna do it though. I will do this. Stack of 9. And yeah, 3 Minotaurs. Let's see if these big boys can help us clear this fight right here. A difficult battle, maybe a little bit easier. Alternatively, I do see the crossbowmen, the astringers, and the marksmen here for this gold mine. That's very, very valuable to me. I don't want to do that just at the moment. It feels like it's too hot of a fight. Once I get, let's see, if I can get at least up to the stilled voices for the Medusa, I'll be feeling much better about that. But for now, we're going to yet again wait. Let's get our resources down the road, and then maybe we can swing that back at a later date. There's nothing else to do. Let's fight this fight and hope for the best. One of my very favorite memories, folks, I was brand new married. Like I think we were in the first year of marriage, and I found an old laptop. And so this was only like what, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, but it was very, very tasty, warm inside. It was snowy outside. It was a crazy slushy week, and your socks were always wet. And I found this old laptop that had Heroes of Might and Magic 2 on it, and I just started playing, and I played all through the night, and I got through at least one of the campaigns. I don't remember which one, but little things like that absolutely just remind me of the value of having a fun time with yourself, and it just reminded me of that time of just like finding a friend, like an old, lost, forgotten friend. Something about it was just so good, so good. Okay, you got to keep an eye out on this. They've got the Abyssal Tendrils. If you give them too many focus points by attacking them, they will light you up. We're going to ignore the Roshoth for now, or the Stinging Roshoth. We'll go splitting our defensive capabilities here and here. How much defense is left? 3. Okay. And we'll wait here. I'll spread the damage here. And let's just wait and see what the enemies are going to bring to us. They're going to take a little while to get down the battlefield. And there you go. By splitting your attack with the fighting style, you do provide the enemy with additional focus charges. So a bit of an issue there, but I'm still okay with this, I think. Still okay with that decision-making process, I think. The Shoth are going to get into us very, very quickly. I'm going to just set the Minotaurs. Long reach attack here. Long reach attack here. This guy's going to be a little bit far out of the way. I could hope for good morale. I could hope for good morale. I'll tell you what, let's put ourselves in position where we can attack if able. Nope, didn't get it. That's okay. These things do happen. And then, yeah, we're going to just do full damage with our Infiltrators. Waiting is not going to be the play here. Let's get all this damage off as quickly as possible, and then we'll figure out where to go with that. These guys are going to be a little bit far behind, but if I attack here, they will be in range. I think I'm actually best off to take out this entire stack of Shelf if possible. We kill half. Not bad. Not bad. Got a nice fighting style attack here for these Shelf and these cultists here. We'll kill 3 and a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm okay with just spreading the damage a little bit more. I think we're down to 2 defense. No, we're down to 0 defense on these cultists. Let's start working on this back stack at the moment. Okay. And then I'm not going to wait here. I'm going to go for splitting the damage. Time for Heroic Strike. You might as well. Might as well. And then a little bit of damage reduction onto the raw shell couldn't possibly hurt you. Chris says, having to go to Oxford Street in London, an hour journey for you. As a local store didn't have any copies of Heroes Might and Magic 2. This was back in the mid 90s. And so you knew you wanted this game and you traveled so very, very far to get it. You went out of your way that far to get this lovely, wonderful game. That is a great memory. I love that. So, I mean, I wonder this, do you still have the original copies? Like, that would be absolutely amazing if you still had the originals. I don't expect you to, because I mean, that was 20 plus years ago, but if you had those, oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would love to hear that if that was the case. I don't want to take the damage here. There's 5 HP left on this Minotaur. It's okay. It's okay. I'll tell you what, let's just do this Dark Elf stance. Let's do some defense. I don't think we're going to prevent the damage. Yeah, 1 Minotaur goes down. Still, I don't hate the decision. It was at least an opportunity. And then these cultists are going to take the most damage in just a moment from the big stack of 9. Let's go here and here. 4 to 6 goes down, not too bad. Looks like I can get 1 more Shoth and yeah, probably not kill this guy. We would need good luck. Didn't get it, that's okay. Troglodytes are going to take a little bit more damage than I would like, but this is what we have them here for. The Troglodytes are literally here to make sure that they can just brawl it out with whatever enemies we have. We will go for the Heroic Strike. That'll be this fight. Cool. Alrighty. 9 Troglodytes, 5 Infiltrators, 1 of the Minotaurs. I do like that we have the Minotaurs. I think that that was worth waiting for, and now I'm very happy that we can move on. Folks, basic Battlecraft, basic Arcane Magic, Expert Luck. I don't love Arcane Magic as much for the Dungeon faction as other factions, because I really like the 4th level spell Rewind Life for basic Arcane Magic. It doesn't really work on your dragons, though, because they're immune to magic. So I'm going to ignore basic Arcane Magic for now. Expert Luck, we know we're going to want to get here at some point, and landing the lucky strikes, making sure that there's no counterattacks, etc., etc. Like, this could be incredibly valuable because of our speciality. Basic Battlecraft, though, this might be an investment in the long term. I mean, ranged mastery for the additional damage dealt with our dancers, our real, one of our primary focus units. That could be valuable. We've got 2 options if we wanted to run for them. Currently, we got Luck, which is in this defensive Silvertongue Envoy's possibility. If we wanted to go for the Luck, we could try and get one of these huge secondary skills. We haven't gotten one of these specialities yet. I don't think I've ever actually gotten one of these yet. Let's do our best to get that. Let's let that guide our decisions. And then between the 2 chances, Lucky Hit or Lightning Strikes twice. Let's go Lightning Strikes twice, just because the chance increases by 5% of every point of luck. Yeah, the counterattack is good. That's going to be for the Infiltrators later anyway. Let's go Lightning Strikes. Well, I mean, this is anybody doesn't counterattack, including dragons and such. Let's do that. Let's make sure that if we get our Lucky Strike off, that the enemies are just not going to have an opportunity to deal with us. Okay, Learning Stone, Windmill. I think we want this Windmill now. Should be a really easy fight. No losses, I'm expecting. Oh, wait, these are the ranged Shoth. I don't know if I can do this fight any better. I'm going to accept those results. That's fine. 5 wood. I'm okay with that. We'll pick up the experience. We got 2 points to spend here. Let's go. Hold on. Magic resist? No, we don't want that at the moment. Let's just go for the gold. Gold is important. That's an extra 500 gold per day. Let's go on to day 4. And Frodo the Blind says, good to see you on this beautiful winter day. I'm not sticking around today, but I'm glad to stop by. Frodo the Blind, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we get to see you. Thanks for just saying hi. That's one of my favorite things, is when people just stop in and say hi. So thank you so much for doing so. Happy for that. And then Rice Ruin says, for me, it was unlocking the cathedral and taking my first Crusader to siege a castle. He was promptly cut down by tower fire, but dang, they look and sound cool even in death. Rise, I love that. So was that Heroes 1 or was that Heroes 2? Because we do have the Cathedral and the Crusaders in multiple Heroes games. Which Heroes game was that? I'm interested to know. And Bammy says that their dad still has the Platinum Edition box with Heroes 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Very good. I love that. That is an antique. That makes me very, very happy for that. Bammy, way to go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Chris says, damn, if I still had the original copies, I'd be rich. My regret is not keeping the original copies of both Heroes 2 and another favorite of mine from that era, which is Master of Orion 2. Those were my go-to turn-based strategy games. Yeah, Chris, you've told us before that you highly recommend that we try Master of Orion 2. I would love to get into that at some point. I do know that I would be much worse off. I'm going to be pretty bad if I do that. So, you know, I want to play games at a high level. Maybe if you guys can all put up with me being bad at the game, maybe we should take a look at that. Okay, we've already talked about tactics. I think that recruitment is a really good spell, a really good secondary skill. Relocation, being able to interact with controlled cities once per day, is critically important. Expert Triumvirate Strength is the only reason why I wouldn't take recruitment, but right now I'm going to go for the recruitment. It'll be an investment in the long run, and I'm going to be very, very happy for that. It's day 4. We're not going to return to try and get the bonus in our starting castle area. We're going to pick up all this ore. We're going to, let's see, we're going to go back, potentially looking for a resupply in the very near future. Let's have Talaris just stay right here. Amphitheater, we're still looking for this crystal. We're still looking for the mercury. My goodness, why is this such a low resource map? I have to say 3,500 gold left. I don't really know what to buy here. I think that the marketplace actually doesn't feel too bad, so we can guarantee the amphitheater. We got a lot of ore. We can trade the ore later. We got the faction law point that reduces the cost of ore. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the marketplace just in case tomorrow we want to try and trade some resources. I'd prefer to just find it lying about on the ground. Rags for the Pauper's Glory plus the belt. So there's some good sats there once we can get them. Of course, going along the road generally gives you some good opportunities. This castle of Ravenshore feels like a great opportunity. I think I'm just going to hop right in. I'm going to capture this castle. I'm even going to hire another hero. Sister Dira is going to be a great hero. Like, she's a good hero, but more importantly, she comes with some free troops. I could definitely use some free troops right now. So let's purchase the troops, and let's actually send Sister Dira out to do some more adventuring. Let's see what she can pick up here. Advanced Triumvirate Strength? Sure, why not? And then the sawmill, free real estate, take that. And then, oh, dancers guard this gold mine. We talked about this gold mine before. This gold mine looks exceptionally powerful. There's a crystal storage, again, guarded by dancers. I'm gonna go to the north with Sister Dira. I don't really care if she goes south or north, but for now I'm gonna have her go north. And then we'll try to see what is to the south with our primary hero. I do not love this fight. Yeah, I don't like this fight. It says it's a normal battle. I think that we'll win. In fact, I'm almost sure that we'll win. That's not the concern. Let's get a mage guild in this kind of forward position. Let's pick up the mage guild just so here on day 5 we actually have some additional recourse. I'm gonna save for this amphitheater. Just need 2 mercury. I could trade for it right now, or I could make some additional purchases at this other castle. Infiltrators, troglodytes. Let's just look at the trade. If you're gonna trade, you should do it now. For 2 mercury, it's not even all that expensive. And all of a sudden, we're into the dancers, which is great. At this point, we might even look to go for walls. I think that we would need an awful lot of gold for that. So not a lot of forces additionally here, but this gold mine, it says that we can win this fight fairly easily. I don't know if that's true or not. Tell you what, let's do troglodytes, and then we'll bounce back. Take all this in just a second. For the best, plan for the worst, and shoot the enemies down before they even hop on top of us. Look at these losses. Don't love it. And Chris says, okay, I'm gonna hop into the bath. If you're still streaming, or we'll be on the tablet. Perfect. All right, cool. Glad that, hey, thanks for modern technology for helping us out here. Glad that we're able to still spend the time, even though we are divided by water and I don't know. Are we gonna light candles? We're gonna light candles for the bathtub? I don't know. Folks, this might surprise you. I am definitely more of a bath type of person than I am a shower type of person. I know. Bath, showers. Does it really matter which one you take? So long as you get clean, I think that you're fine. But I do recognize that some people feel differently than that. By the way, Despair, Enlarged Shadow, Energy Explosion. I'm gonna do this Despair. No, I'm not gonna do the Despair. I'm going to take some serious damage on these troglodytes. I should have moved them out of the way, because they're going to take the viscous spit. There's vicious and there's viscous. This is a viscous spit. So troglodytes are about to go. I don't think that they're going to attack the Minotaurs. I'm just going to go into this Dark Elf stance. We're going to increase our defense. We're up to 8 defense. I'm just going to wait and hope for the best. Wait. What happens? Yeah, 5 troglodytes. Very, very sad, actually. We're going to skip on everybody, let the dancers continue to shred. Radical, boys. Just shred this up. Dancers are definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. But anyway, 1328. I'll take the free shot at reduced damage. Might as well get in a heroic strike because Why not? And I don't think that I'm going to lose a Minotaur here on this retaliation, especially with the good luck. Remember, my good luck hits prevent retaliations. Losses look fine. I'll take it. Okay, and then this way I'm able to pick up at least the troglodytes for the production in my main castle, if nothing else. We'll grab the gold in a second. Suppose I could wait on Talaris, or I could send them. I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities up here for this third hero. Let's actually send Talaris. I talked about maybe waiting for a resupply. With this new forward command, I think we're going to be just fine. Fixfox Wife says, oh, hello. Hello, Fixfox Wife. How are you, sweetie? Hopefully you're doing very, very well. Hopefully you're happy. Hopefully the kids are happy. I'm sure that this is going to be a TMI for way too many people, but my oldest last night had a little bit of a tough time. Poor little guy. He was struggling at, let's see, at 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and 7 in the morning. He threw up, and he's a tough kid, but hate to see your kid be sad and not feeling too hot. Hate to see it. Okay, so these Onyx Dancers, they do have better initiative because they're the upgraded version. I think because of that, I'm going to go into this defensive stance. So an additional 4 defense, I'll take it. I'm going to wait on everybody and just take my lumps. Even if I got good morale, I couldn't get down the battlefield in time. It's going to be 10 troglodytes goes down. Let's do our splits. Here and here. Here and there. Oh, good morale. I will take it. I will take it. A little bit of a split there. And troglodytes, I'm just going to send them down at the moment. It'll be the Infiltrators and the Minotaurs that try and do the damage. 3 defense here, and are these guys down to 1 defense? Yeah, they're down to 1 defense. Let's not split this. Let's kill 4 to 5. Yeah, 4 to 5 with the heroic strike. We're down to 28 for the dancers. Okay. And I'm just gonna have to hope that with my Minotaur stance with the additional attack, let's hope for some good luck and that we don't take a retaliation here. 29 to 48. We kill 46. That was high end of damage, but still not quite what I wanted. Now would be a great time for the Minotaurs to get their good morale. Oh, didn't get it. That's gonna be 11 more troglodytes that cost me. But at this point, the battle is pretty much straightforward. It's gonna be heroic strikes. It's just gonna be damage from afar. Everybody's gonna get in here, do tons of damage. Yes, yes, very good. One thing I wonder with this luck and the sub skill that allows you to prevent retaliations, does it work if you crit a Medusa who's got the ability to retaliate from range? I wonder if that's true or not. I don't know the answer, but I'd really like to know, because that might be strategically an important thing to consider for future fights. Okay, we've got another Warren. We got these free creatures. I don't think we're gonna get to the crystal here, but let's just continue to roll through these guys. Yeah, Shoths. These guys, it should be no losses. I gotta fight this fight just because of the one Minotaur loss. That's just too much. It's just too much. Fox White says, we are doing good. Christmas shopping, and we're almost done with the kiddos, and the Hawkeyes are winning. My dear sweet wife and her family, they're from Iowa, more or less. Well, her folks are from Iowa. I don't think my wife ever actually lived in Iowa, funny enough. I don't think she ever did. No, she never did. She was born somewhere else. And the funny and long and short of it is that no matter where you move to, no matter what you do, you are still going to be a fan of your local football team. That's just the way life goes. And I respect her for that. And the family still continues to enjoy their Hawkeye tradition. And so whenever their beloved Hawkeyes win, everybody's having a really good time. Okay. Down the battlefield we go. Not too worried about taking damage there. Let's see. We're going to take some damage there. It's going to be 3 of the Infiltrators due to the Glance of the Abyss. We are on the, let's see, Minotaur stance. We're gonna kill, I'm just gonna kill this full stack, hopefully. Good luck. Nope, no good luck. It's a big damage range. 22 down to 18 of these cultists. There's the good luck. That's what we'll take. And then I'll just split the damage a little bit. I think that everybody's down to 0 defense. 0 defense here, 0 defense here. Yeah, okay. The Raw Shoth can get into this big stack here, so I'm going to actually split the damage on my big stack of dancers because I don't want to lose 2 dancers for free due to the sweeping strike attack. Don't ask me why I just moved this dancer up. That was not the ideal play. Down to 11 of the cultists and dead. easy fight. You know, I'm just still trying to prevent losing any forces. Losing 6 infiltrators, if you lose 6 infiltrators every fight, you're never, ever, ever going to have a power stack. And that feels bad. That feels bad. Alrighty, folks, I think that this is where we are really tested. Do you want to go for the defense, which is possibly going to get you into this Silvertongue's Envoy? Do you want to go for the logistics, which is exceptional? Do you want to go for advanced recruitment and get into either direct supervision or veterans? This is so bad. Because the logistics is so good. But if you don't go for the defense here, if you go for the logistics, you are never going to get into this Silvertongue's Envoy for the additional 100% bonus defense. And we said that this game we were going to commit to trying our very, very best. I think that this is playing suboptimally for something that's highly unlikely to happen. I don't care. We're going to go for the basic defense. We're going to give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. We shouldn't lose any forces here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I'm glad that the AI and I agree that we shouldn't lose any forces there. Let's see. Crystal, Poplets. There's a shield for the +2 defense. There's another safe house here. It's almost day 7, so we should pick this up. Shelves, cultists. Yeah, let's grab this. And I don't know what these hoplets are guarding, but we'll ignore that for now. Let's have Sister Dira go up the road and see what she can find. Whoops, she found the end. She found the end of the road. That's what she found. There's a alternate path that leads to nowhere and does nothing. Okay. All right, good to know. Monty Hall, love that. Trophy Hunter's Den, do enjoy that. Yeah, it feels like this is a very scrunched up sort of map. It feels like there's just not a lot going on here. Everything is covered up, nothing is free. I guess that's good for a medium-sized map in some ways, but in other ways, it makes me feel kind of bad because I wish I had some more opportunities here, but maybe on different difficulties, you get away with a little bit more. Okay, I don't think that we're trading for the resources necessary to get to the Stilled Voice. I just don't think it's happening. Don't think it's happening. So I think that here on day 6 then for my main castle, not the secondary one, but the main castle, I think that we go for walls and then walls 2 before the new week. Let's do this. And we do, yes. Will we have just enough gold? We'll have just enough gold first thing in the morning to pick up this walls 2. That's going to increase the growth of all these other creatures. That is going to be the play. Even if I don't love it, that is going to be the play. Alrighty, and on to a new day. Oh, 2 points to spend. I don't want the magic resistance at the moment. I don't really care for elite troglodytes too much. I would really like the leaders of the nation for the additional law points for my warring heroes. We can actually wait a day and then pick up that. Let's do that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Sister Dira's just hanging out, doing nothing. Okay, before I forget, let's not spend any gold. Walls 2. Upgrade the tower damage, 150% bonus damage. Cool, cool. And it looks like I will get the... Yeah, I'll get what I'm looking for as soon as I defeat these cultists and these Shelth. I don't think that this is a particularly easy fight, though. The Agashoth Riders are not my favorite. I do have 91 troglodytes, though. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Just don't love it. And yeah, so long as the Hawkeyes are winning, everything else is a-okay. Bobby Dodge 2 says, heyo Bobby Dodge 2, how the heck are you? We're here playing some Olden Era here as the dungeon faction, and I'm trying on this medium-sized template to do as much work as I can, but I don't know. I feel like we are starting to struggle just a tiny bit. I almost wonder if, I don't know if the Enlarged Shadow is best on the Onyx Dancers. I feel like it's even better on the Troglodytes just due to the way that attack and defense work against these high defense creatures. Like, we are going to shred them a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's still a good power stack. I guess I don't have to hate that choice too much. We are going to go into the Minotaur stance for the additional damage, though. We're going to do some skips. And let's spread the damage. We're going to focus on cultists last. Just not going to care about them as much. They are going to be tough to deal with, but still, they're not going to be the worst thing I've ever had to deal with. No. The worst thing I ever had to deal with was that time that I almost got eaten by a cougar. No, I don't mean like one of those older women. Nope, that's not what I meant. Okay. Too far away for our long reach strike there. Looks like we are going to end up losing these top Onyx Dancers. I think I'd prefer to go over here, though. And if it's more likely true than not that you're going to lose them, I think that you just accept those losses, call it good. And they are going to get to go and get their damage off and their damage reduction before the enemy does, before these cultists get to go. So they are going to get one more good shot off. I guess I'll accept that. If I attack with the Minotaurs, we're going to set ourselves up for prevention of them getting into the Onyx Dancers. It's possible with the Icy Breath that they could do something extra here, but these are the shells that only have 4 defense. This one has 8 defense. I will lose at least 1 Minotaur in the retaliation. I'm still going to do this. I only got 2 Minotaurs here. I'm going to be okay to not preserve the stack. And it actually looks like it works out great because then we got a whole additional Heroic Strike off. I'm going to Heroic Strike this bottom stack that doesn't have or does have the defense. That seems like that'll be okay for me. Okay, I'm gonna scooch on down here with the Infiltrators. I could do the hit and run style. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do the hit and run style. We'll kill 3 to 4. Hopefully we get good luck. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do more of that. And then I'm going to retreat to here. This guy can't reach. The cultists will be able to. Oh, we will wait. I will take that. That's good. That's good. And then I think it's fine to start to shred some of these other cultists. They're about to take us out anyway. Let's get some more. Let's get some additional shred going here. Okay, not too bad. 2 to 3, 1 to 2. What if I just, if I wait, I don't think that they're going to let me get any closer, but I can get some additional shred off. I'll do that again. Oh. And I'm expecting these Votary to use the Gaze of the Abyss. Really, I am. At this point, they'd be silly not to. Let's go this big stack that doesn't have any damage reduction. Heroic Strikes kind of tend to ignore the damage anyway, so let's just ignore them. If they're going to ignore us, I will ignore them. Big stack of Votary are going to get into my into my dancers here. Looks like it's going to be the Troglodytes to take lots of the damage, not once but twice, 3 times. God, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if they would actually go for the dancers, and they chose not to. I'm actually very surprised at that. I thought that they would for sure. Let's kill this full stack here. Okay, good luck is good luck. I will split the damage here because these guys are just so close. Like, they're just right on top of me. I'll do the most damage to them. There is a beautiful triple hex attack here. That seems like you're just asking for trouble if you don't take that. And with the good luck, he doesn't get the retaliation. So we do lose the 1 Minotaur from this other guy, but geez, I'm okay with everything we just saw there. A big stack of 8 is about to go. If I kill this stack of 7, then they're going to get to go before the Minotaurs get their shot off. So let's do this. Let's kill 2 with the Heroic Strike. Let's try and kill 5 to 8 here. We killed the full stack. Nice, nice. Triple attack. Boom, baby. Yeah, and then losses are totally fine. Losses are totally acceptable. I guess we kind of already knew that it was going to be okay, but still, just nice to see a good plan come to fruition. We'll take that fight. A little bit of good luck and a little bit of good morale went a long way. Only 2 high-quality troops go down, 14 of the Troglodytes. We will take that. We will take that. We'll be happy for it. Plus 2 defense from the shield. We will get a nice new spell. It's going to be Healing Water. We already had that spell, but I'm still happy to see it. And then the safe house. We're going to flag this. Even though we can't get all these creatures today, we're still going to flag this. We will take, I guess we'll take a couple of these creatures. And then I do want to see what's up here. There's a there's a gingerbread house right here. There's 2 gingerbread houses. Oh, you have to do this at some point. Oh, you simply must. There's so many resources here every single week. We're not going to get that this week. It's going to be too high of a cost. It's not going to be worth it. We are going to back off. We're going to make sure that we can have resupplies ready to go. So troops are going to come from the north to the south. Okay. And we're even going to position Sister Dira in a place where she can do something similar. Nothing up here. Nothing going. We'll have her sit right here, as close to that spot as she can. We'll just see where this goes. We're out of resources. If we didn't buy those infiltrators, we could have maybe gotten a marketplace. I'm fine to just say, folks, let's go on with this. Leaders of the Nation, additional faction law points. Can't go wrong. That's going to be the end of week 1. That's going to be month 1, week 1, day 7, on to day 1 of the new week. Tobel says, no way! Another Fix Fox stream just 2 days after the last one. You were spoiling us. Keep it up. You know, I'm really trying to balance the Olden Era and the Heroes 2. I do got to tell you folks, though, very recently, I've done an awful lot with Heroes 2, just off camera. Well, on camera, but off stream. And it's been really, really nice because here's what we've done. We've gotten ourselves to the point where I'm able to check out. Oop, still need resources. I've gotten to the point where we can check out the campaigns again. I think we've just got Corlagon's Defense and Final Justice for the Roland campaign. After I get through that, then we're going to be good to go, and we're just going to go then on to Archibald. There's going to be stuff. There's going to be stuff coming out as quickly as I can possibly get it. But even though I'm doing and primarily focusing on Heroes 2, I do still want to make sure that I'm giving time to Olden Era. I think that Olden Era is going to be a fun opportunity just long term. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fine. And so if it's spoiling you, great. I'm glad. That works for me. I'm good for that. Dancers, you got to get them. Minotaurs, I kind of like them. Big stack of Infiltrators, though. Minotaurs are a good power stack. We just saw how much damage they were able to do with their unique fighting style. I don't think that there's anybody else that I'm going to get additional gold off of right now. We picked up the 1,000 gold here. I think that's it at the moment. Some of these fights just look kind of tough. Trophy Hunter, Monty Hall. We should have taken this fight before. We didn't, but it's okay. We'll go grab this now. This will actually hopefully get us, let's see. We can get the safe house at any point, actually. But here we can do a bit of a resupply. I'd like to get all this cleared out. I'd really love this gold mine. Maybe what we're really doing with Rhea is we're heading back just so we can get this gold mine up here. Maybe that means the Sister Deer needs to sit here. She'll purchase whoever she can. Yeah, she'll purchase these troops. We'll send them over there. Let's go get that second gold mine. We can tell that gold is already a problem, or rather it's still a problem. Let's do that. Let's hit end turn, and let's just kind of move back towards this gold mine in the bottom right corner. Bobby Dodge says, no attack of opportunity when retreating. No attack of opportunity. I might have, let's see. The Minotaurs, for example, they got that good morale, so they attacked, and then I retreated with them. I decided to retreat back to where I knew they'd be a little bit more safe. And then with the luck, I do have the secondary skill that prevents retaliation. So like maybe there's an even better way of using that sub skill than I'm using currently. I'm always open to learn. If you see an opportunity that I could possibly do things differently, let me know, because I'm always a big fan of, always a big fan of doing things as correctly as possible. And the nice thing is that right now, as good of Heroes Might and Magic players as there are out here in the world, we're all still learning, right? It's still a brand new game. It hasn't even hit early access yet. We're still just in the demo. And so it's really nice to know that, hey, there's still an awful lot of learning and growth that we all have to do. I think that if anybody pretends to be an expert at this point, that they're fooling everybody. So that actually feels really, really nice to just know that we have some opportunities to learn and grow. So if you see a place I could do things differently, let me know. Let me know. These Shoth are actually looking to run. I'm going to have to fight them. I wish I had one more stack here. Do we take them out in one go? I think that this is about as good as I can do. 13 of the Troglodytes, that actually sounds about right. We've already said that we're going to commit to trying to get Silvertongue Envoy. Let's go for the advanced defense. Cover, friendly creatures take reduced damage. Him and the Martyrs, friendly creatures generate additional focus points when they take damage. Or friendly creatures take reduced damage from counterattacks. I think that this is a bit of a waste because of the way that we're using this lucky hit to prevent counterattacks anyway. So let's do this Him and the Martyrs. Cover's nice. Him and the Martyrs is going to be even better, I think. Let's go Him and the Martyrs. And I guess we've captured that. We can't get those forces at the moment, though. Can't get those forces at the moment. I will come back for all this on the way out. This gold mine really is the key at the moment. Let's settle in back at home. We'll purchase everybody first thing in the morning. And we are out of gold. We are really needing that second gold mine because we don't have the resources to get into the, was it treasury? We got the bank. We need the treasury. A lot of resources we need to trade. Gingerbread houses, pretty critically important. On to new day. And Tobel says, I don't think that the attack of opportunity is a common mechanic in Heroes games. Gotcha. Oh, and Bobby Dodge, you're playing the tutorial. Oh, gotcha, yeah. And I think it's a pretty good tutorial. Like, you'll have to let me know, but I think it's a pretty darn good tutorial. Some people have told me that they really enjoy it. Some people have told me that it's not their favorite. I think that there's a lot of value in a well-made tutorial, though. I got to tell you, one of my least favorite games was Oxygen Not Included, because I had to go to the internet to try and figure out how to play the darn game. That sort of deal really bothers me because there was no good tutorial for it. And I understand that some people say, I don't like it when a game holds my hand. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, like, you need to know the basics of any game to actually get some level of mastery. It doesn't feel good to me to just blindly wander around in the darkness, hoping that I'll eventually figure out what I'm doing. So the fact that Olden Era has a really nice tutorial, I think is actually a big strength, and I'm very much good for it. We're going to flag the Warren, and then we're going to head south. Just make sure that we have it, because the creatures will accrue week after week, even if you don't purchase them. So we will take that for now. Sister Dira, I'm going to have her head here. I've got 3 heroes and nowhere for 2 of them to go. I still am happy that we had them, but at this point, they're just not really doing it for me. Not really doing it for me. I feel like my adventure mapping right now is not very sharp. I think that I've missed some opportunities to do even better, which does feel kind of bad. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to pick up ore or no ore. Not right now, anyway. We got 2 ore mines, I believe. 2 ore mines? There's one here. I feel like there was a second one. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy. But with all this ore, I don't feel like it's necessary to invest in that faction law. I think it'll be fine. Okay, Rhea. Losses are going to be not great, but I'm going to enjoy this. I could let the enemies run, and this will actually save me a lot of forces. The experience is not worth it. We are going to let these enemies run. We don't have an easy way of dealing with these ranged creatures. Let's do it just like this, and then let's go through all the rest of these forces. This is actually going to be a more difficult battle, I think, than it says. I wish that we had a web spell. We don't. We don't. These are the upgraded Aqualotls, so they are going to get the first shot off on us. It's going to feel kind of bad, but we'll make this happen. And Tobel says the Bobby was referring to the attack of opportunity mechanic, which is common in turn-based tactic games, and D&D too, by the way. So when a unit leaves the proximity of an enemy, that enemy gets a free attack against it. Oh, that's cool. So like as you're turning away to walk away, you kind of expose your back to them, and then they just take a free shot. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I enjoyed a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, but mostly that was just because my dad just made sure that we knew what we were doing. It was a very fun game for him as a kid, and so he wanted to make sure that we had that same opportunity to enjoy it. And I'm very, very happy for that. I'm very, very grateful for it. But I didn't get so deep into the mechanics that it became second nature to me. That's for darn sure. Okay, Polar Aqualotls, ranged attack. This is going to be, we're just going to have to take our damage. I think we're going to go straight for the Dark Elf stance. We're going to go from 7 defense up to 11. And then I kind of want to enlarge Shadow. I want to make sure that this big stack stays alive. However, I think that the enemies are going to focus on the Troglodytes. I think that enlarged Shadow is just inherently better on low-level creatures. I'm going to put it on them. I'm anticipating that if it was me, I would just be focusing this big stack of Onyx Dancers, and the +2 defense could be useful. I don't know if the AI is going to do that, so let's just hit wait and see what they do. They do go for the Troglodytes. They get good morale. That's bad. 14 Troglodytes so far. 24, 30. Wow, that was a bunch of Troglodytes. 2 instances of good morale from the enemy. Oof. Oof. Not good. Stop it. And then these Vine Eriads. I mean, these are good enemies. 10 defense. These are going to be a load to bear. Very, very slow. But the issue is, is that now these guys are going to be, oh goodness, I think you've got to attack here with your Minotaurs. Let's go to here. We'll be ready for this double hex attack in a little bit. Let's start to spread the damage. I'm actually going to focus on the level 3 Eriads. They got 10 defense that they start off with. Let's bring that all the way down. I will deal with these other creatures later. 4 to 5. I can kill 4 to 5 of these Aqualotls, or I can do the damage spread. I just want to kill this full stack. Bottom stack is going to get a little bit of damage from these Minotaurs. Everybody else, we're just going to try and spread the damage. Good morale. We will take it. Okay. The damage is spreading. The damage is spreading. Do we get good morale here? We do not. We did defense on this first shot. I kind of want to keep it on. We'll stay on defense until it is these other creatures' turn to go. I wish it wasn't so, but this is just the way it has to be. Minotaurs, it's a valuable stack. I think that they're going to take a bunch of damage here in just a moment or two. I'm going to wait on the Infiltrators. We're continuing to kind of bring down that top stack. We will wait, and the Infiltrators are starting to take the damage. I think that they might have wandered within that 50% radius. That might be why they took so much damage there. Okay, we're killing 2 to 3 a couple of times. Let's go for the Minotaur stance, so we're going to increase our damage. It's still 2 to 3. But with the good luck, we killed 8. 4 and 4. That was pretty good. I will take that. A lot of defense necessary to still bring down. Still 5 defense. Down to 4. I want to kill that full stack. 2 to 3. But I also want to get some damage off here. Tell you what, let's split the damage. With the good luck, that went perfectly well for us. Can I kill? No, 3 to 5. You're still best off just bringing down the defenses of these creatures. I'm going to wait here. Okay, perfect. And he's fast, but he's not fast enough to actually get into me. Do you want to hope? You've got 5 luck. Do you want to hope for a good lucky strike and then not take the damage, or do you want to play it safe? I'm going to play it safe here. My damage is going to fall off of a cliff, but I do want to play it safe. However, I'm not going to play it safe with the Infiltrators. This is their job, to deal lucky strike damage, do additional stuff. Like, I just want them to hit hard and hit again and again and again and again. Let's do it. How many do we kill? We kill 12. We take 4 with the retaliation. I'm okay with that. Heroic Strike kills many of these creatures in the back line. I think now it's actually time to switch stances and go into the defensive stance. Yeah, it's going to cost me a little bit of damage here. With the good luck, though, we're fine. Troglodytes are going to take a bit of a beating. Oh, and the Aqualotl stepped up to do damage to the Infiltrators. I'm actually a little bit surprised at that. A little bit surprised at you. I'd like to actually use the Minotaurs then on this big stack here. We just don't have the time or the energy, unfortunately. We're just a little too far away. I guess I don't think I have a haste. I don't think I had a haste. If I had a haste, I'll be really, really sad. Oh, there and there. Want to kill this... You've got 0. You got 1 defense at this point. 4 to 6. Let's just kill 4 to 6. There's going to be a bit of damage here in just a second. I think that now is actually the time to attack with the Troglodytes and just hope for that lucky strike. Didn't get it. We'll take the retaliation. 4 goes down. These creatures are mostly just these defensive tanks. These are like stone or steel golems. Yeah, they can do a bit of damage, but that's really not their job. Their job is to do everything else. At this point, we're going to take out these Aqualotls. Here and here and here. We are down to an offensive stance. And I'm anticipating that all of my dancers are going to finally shred these guys into little itty-bitty bits. 5 to 7, 5 to 7. Good luck everywhere. And the Troglodytes, with a mighty spear thrust, will finish off this opponent. 51 of the Troglodytes, 23 of the Infiltrators. That is a big loss. I'm okay with losing some amount of Troglodytes at this point. But happy that we're able to move on to some new opportunities. Folks, Primal Magic, Advanced Recruitment. I like Primal Magic for the Dungeon faction because you got the opportunity to make pretty good use of the Armageddon in the late game if you're just using some dragons that are immune to damage anyway. It does not play into my plan, though, of Silvertongue's Envoy, and we've committed to trying to go that route, so we are going to go for the Advanced Recruitment. Let's see, Direct Supervision, I do like it. We might have an opportunity for Direct Supervision this week, actually. I'm going to take Direct Supervision. We're probably only going to get 1 week's worth of use out of this. It's only 1 week's worth of use, though. Or you could go for Elite Guards, increasing the defense and attack of your creatures, or you can increase your tier 4 creature growth. Tier 4 creature growth is Minotaurs. Minotaurs are such a good unit. They're such a good unit. I might be able to use this multiple times. I think that Advanced Recruitment with a secondary hero is absolutely broken. I think that with your primary hero who's going to go adventuring, this isn't nearly as good. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for Elite Guards. I'm going to go for Elite Guards. We're going to make that happen. By the way, Bobby Dodge, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate the follow. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome, welcome. And it's been nice to spend the time with you, and I look forward to spending a lot of time with you in the future. Also, we have Faradin with the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. Nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome as well. Playing some Olden Era, having a really nice time, and Yeah, we're trying to build a nice hero on this medium-sized map, this medium-sized template. Trying to do the best I can with this. We are gearing ourselves with this luck to be highly offensively geared. Sure, I could use tons more knowledge. Knowledge would be a really good choice here. I'm gonna go for the attack skill, simply because I think that we are trying to just be a hit first and hit fast sort of a hero. Let's see if we are lucky with that or not. I am going to try and clear all this out. Labyrinth? Yes, I could definitely use a labyrinth. You know what else I could use? I could totally use another marketplace. And then I could try and trade for Stilled Voices. We'll shoot for the walls 3 later. Would you prefer to have additional gold? An additional 2,000 gold? 3,000 gold per day? Or do you want to get into Medusa and possibly Hydras? I'm gonna go for this. We are still gonna wait on the Stilled Voices, simply because it's possible we can get a Gingerbread house and that'll affect how our trades go. Let's go for the walls 3 because the upgrades are gonna be super powerful. And let's see, upgrades the main tower. I like this 300% damage, just in case the enemies want to really deal some damage to me. Elite dancers for the fighting style. I use the fighting style literally all the time, so we're gonna go for the fighting style here. Rhea is ready to go. Telarus might be able to hop some troops over. We're just so low on gold. Why is my economy so bad? We've picked up all the learning stones. There's still a +1 spell power here for Sister Dira we can grab. Yep, and I think that's the end of this day. On to day 5. And Vammy says, your dad played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid? Wow, he must have played something really old like D&D Advanced or 2E. I think that, so I guess when he was a kid, let's see. Hold on, we gotta Google this because I know what day my dad was born. I just don't know. I just don't know when Dungeons and Dragons came out. First came out what year? So it came out in 1974. Yeah, so my dad would have been a teenager. Yeah. So he was a teenager, and so his stories always revolve around him and his brother playing Dungeons and Dragons. And eventually, my uncle lost a hero, lost his character to like a icy flame breath dragon or something, and he's still frozen forever. And he just refused to play from that point on. So then my dad had nobody to play with. He got mad, took his ball, and went home. So my hope is that someday, if I'm ever to play Dungeons and Dragons with my dad and he's the dungeon master, maybe we will find my uncle's frozen character and maybe we can resurrect him, return him to some level of prominence. We can say, hey, by the way, you want to come back? You want to come play this game that you gave up on? Your hero's still alive. He's not dead. Anyway. Alrighty. Moving on, I'm going to drop these troglodytes off real quick. And after I defeat these forces with Rhea, because I'm going to do this. This is not a fight I want to do, but the reward is too great, especially with the rope belt. We don't have the other Hopper's Glory item, but there is one over here. Fish to the face, and there's 3. There's a fish to the face, and there's one more somewhere else. Anyway, it's still going to be pretty valuable for me. Let's fight this fight. And then we'll continue to clear in this direction. Hopefully we can clear out all this by the end of the week. Don't like this fight. Let's do it anyway. And Chris says, okie dokie, had my bath, feel all fresh. Now time to sit back and enjoy the show for a bit. Nice to have you back. Welcome. Wow, you are fast. You are fast in the bath. With the advent of... Uh-oh, this isn't good. With the advent of phones and tablets and such, not going to lie, I do not have quick times in the bath. It takes me a hot minute, that's for sure. Okay, I do think that the Enlarged Shadow is still my best bet here. And I still think it is going to be best on these troglodytes. I think that they're just going to take all this attention. It does scale up over time, +2 attack and defense per round for 3 rounds. Yeah, so we'll do this for now. We're about to take so much damage from these Stinging Rosh Oath. I don't love this. Will they attack the troglodytes? Have I figured this out? Do you want to go for the Dark Elf stance? I think we're going to go defense, and then we'll go attack. We'll go defense this round because it'll carry us into the next round, and then we can switch at the last possible moment because these guys all skipped. They skipped. Yeah, so we're going to take a whole bunch of damage, and then in the middle of round 2, that's when we're going to start to do our damage. Troglodytes do take the damage. I feel vindicated with my life choices. Infiltrators are probably going to move down to just cover up the dancers in a moment. I'm not going to care about these Shoth. They're going to do minimal damage. I do want to make out... I want to take out the Grand Shoth. But I also want to invest in these Agashoth Tamers quite a bit. Let's wait one more turn. I don't know which is going to be the best here. I really don't. Troglodytes go down. Oh, 9 Troglodytes go down. It was the Abyssal Tendril. Yeah, it removes the counterattack charge. Not very good. Don't like that. We will do 68 damage. It's not nice. 2 of the Tamers. I'm going to continue to work on these Shoth. If I go very far up, it's possible that these Infiltrators don't take damage. We've only got 4 speed though, so if I'm up here, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 down. I think I just need to defend. Feels so bad. Would be a great time to have Battlecraft. Be a great time to have Battlecraft. Okay, 14 Troglodytes goes down. Oh, good luck. They absolutely obliterated the Agashoth Riders in one fell swoop. Good job, gentlemen. And look at this. The Minotaurs are going to get so much damage off in just a second. Ah, love it. Love it. I'm going to wait on these Infiltrators because they're going to go down the field in just a moment. They're going to do so much damage. I am going to, let's see. No, I just don't think that the Despair is worth the spell points. I really don't. We're going to wait. More damage onto the Troglodytes, but yeah, they're up to plus 2, +2. Let's do fighting style. Oof. Feels so good. And then I will start to work on these back stacks of the Votary and these other critters. Let's see. If I do this, I can kill both stacks. I'm going to do it like this. Get the close stack of Shoth and this back stack. Might as well take out with the Heroic Strike here. Because the Infiltrators are going to go down the battlefield, as will the Troglodytes. I never switched to the attacking style because I didn't have to. Like, there's a big part of me that was planning on it, but it just didn't materialize. It wasn't necessary because we got the good luck on this stack of 28. That changed everything. Huh. This was perfect. By them summoning the raw Shoth from those corpses, they actually prevented me from taking more losses than I otherwise would have. They would have been best off just taking their turn. But hey, what do I know? We will go to the Minotaur stance. We're at 10 attack at this point. Full stack is gone. Very happy for it. Very happy for it. Okay, losses look not great. 50 Troglodytes, you know, I'd love to prevent those losses, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Do you want firmness as a sub skill from expert defense, where you ignore attackers' attack skill and damage and abilities, or do you want territorial advantage? Army gains 10% temporary units at the start of the battle. It's basically the Schism faction. Schism faction's Abyssal Communion ability, but only in areas that you control. Or likewise, you can get Expert Triumvirate Strength and we'll go for Flow. Where you're getting the +1 focus charges. That's basically an additional, it's an additional Heroic Strike. But at this point, since I'm splitting my dancers like this, I'm getting the focus points necessary every time anyway. I'm going to go for the defense. Territorial advantage sounds really, really good. I think I have enough early game advantages in my little area that I've taken. I took like the 10%, let's see. Yeah, I took the 10% bonus here from Underground Passages. I think it's time to take Firmness, so that way when we attack the enemy, we actually have some value later. So we just have to be smart about this a little bit. We're gonna pick up a box, 5,000 experience. I'll take it. We're gonna go for Expert Recruitment here because Battlecraft doesn't lead to Silvertongue. Relocation is just better. Friendly creatures' HP increases by 2. It's so good. Like, if we're gonna go for Troglodytes, that's a lot of extra hit points there. I don't care. I'm gonna go for the relocation. I'm gonna hope that we can get into dragons later on and just hope that they can carry the brunt of this fight for me. 40 of these Minotaurs. It's gonna take them 3 turns to get down the battlefield, unless they get good morale. Let's fight this fight because it's gonna be worth the Minotaurs we get from the lab. It's gonna be worth it. Don't worry, folks. It's gonna be worth it. Let's see. Crowding around like so. And one of these dancers can step up in front if they need to. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh wait, 1, 2. Man, these guys are so slow. Yep. Lenny 3060 says, I hope this game fails completely. Do you want to tell us why? How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. It's good to see you there. How are you? It's important to note that, folks, I don't like... Okay, I will defend F Heroes 2 to the very, very death. I will defend F Heroes 2 to the death. I will defend Heroes of Might and Magic 3 complete to the death. At this point, I am not going to ever defend Olden Era to the death because I still think that there's a lot of unanswered questions. There's a lot of development time. Like, there's a lot of unknowns, if that makes any sense. So whenever there's criticism for Olden Era, like, I'm just like, yeah, I think that there is a lot of valid criticism here. And especially, like, there's things that they're still improving, they're still working on. I got a feeling, though, that if you give them enough time, that the developers are going to get this figured out. That's just my 2 cents. I could be wrong. I'm more inclined to believe that they're going to improve things over time than not. If that makes any sense. I'm going to enlarge Shadow. You know what? I'm going to do it on my dancers that are about to go. These guys are... I'm just going to hope that they don't get good morale. This is not the way you should do this. You should not hope that the enemies don't get good morale. You should plan better than this. I don't think I can. Like, I think that this is just the way it is. I would like to not set myself up these triple hex attacks. I don't think I can help it either. I don't think I can help it either. Please don't get good morale. I'm going to wait on this Dark Elf stance. Let's just hope that these guys don't get into me. They wait. They wait. I wait. We wait. We wait. Very good. Then he says, I like Heroes, but I dislike Ubisoft. Hello, by the way. Yeah. So I think I've told this many times on camera, but Ubisoft does not have my love. Because I originally had Heroes of Might and Magic 3 complete through their Ubisoft launcher, and then one day they just revoked it. They just said, no, you haven't played it enough, so you don't get it anymore. And from that point on, I've just been like, nope, Ubisoft, sorry, you don't have a fan here. I got no desire to patronize your company and your business. So I do want a good Heroes of Might and Magic game, though. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, like, I think that Olden Era represents an opportunity for some modernized gameplay and some opportunity for, like, new things that we've never seen before. I don't think that that can be bad, right? So on the one hand, like, if we hate Ubisoft, yeah, that totally makes sense to me that we would want the game to fail. But also I say to myself, well, yeah, but I also do tend to like the Unfrozen Studios developers. I think that they're actually, like, real true fans. I think that while Ubisoft would 100% be in for a cash grab, I think that the Unfrozen developers would not be. I actually think that they're real true fans that just wanted to make a good game. Their Erratus Lord of the Dead game, I actually finally got around to checking it out. Kind of like it. It's not my style of game, but I do kind of like it, if that makes any sense. So anyway, these are just some Fixed Fox thoughts. What little thoughts I have is rolling around in my tiny little noggin. Grand Shelf, these are the unupgraded versions. They're going to take 2 turns to get down the battlefield? Yeah, they will. So you should actually get the Tamers. Because the Tamers are definitely going to get down the battlefield in 1 turn. Let's wait again. We still continue to shred. Every time I say that, let's shred, I feel like I'm a Ninja Turtle. Radical, man. Let's shred. Anyway. Okay. I can only be so cringe. Okay, I did put the Minotaurs in harm's way. Yeah, I did that. I'm going to enlarge Shadow on the Minotaurs. I failed to put the Dancers back a step, which is not just bad, but really bad. I will possibly put the Infiltrators in a position where they can take some damage. Yep, not once, but twice. Hold on, what about this? Let's go for defense. Oh, we already had defense on. Whoops, my bad. Let's kill 3 here. Let's just hope we kill the full stack here. No, we did a bunch of damage, though. We saved ourselves some damage. There's a summon from the shelf. Summon from the corpse. Okay. Okay, Troglodytes are doing fine. We'll do... Did we triple hex attack ourselves? Is it worth it? Is it worth losing 1 dancer? I don't think it's worth losing 1 dancer. I think we can avoid losing any more dancers. I think we can. Yeah, let's not be hasty. This 1 dancer here is like, no, don't do it. I don't care. I must do this. You don't have to do this. Yes, I do. 3 to 4, 3 to 4, 3. And it's going to be the troglodytes to do this little attack here. The infiltrators will finish this off, but I was really tempted to just sacrifice. I was really tempted to sacrifice this dancer just for the triple hex attack. Golly, I cannot be trusted to lead an army. I've said what I've said. It's day 5. And Lenny says, Ubisoft screws several games, yep, and they did not bother to fix them. I cannot go play Risk Online on the Switch because it's broken. I told the devs on Discord and I got banned for continuing to ask the question. Yeah, yep. Those are the kinds of things that I have seen as well. So we are on the same page with that. Yeah, Ubisoft. Yeah, you know what? I don't think that anyone from Ubisoft was ever going to approach me and be like, hey, FixFox, we wanted you to be like the brand sponsor for us. But I definitely don't think that I'm going to be the brand sponsor now. And do I care? No. I've made my bed. I will sleep in it. I will sleep in it. Because it's more valuable to me to actually just be honest about what I've seen rather than try and play this nice game. Like, I think that everybody who knows FixFox knows that I'm a generally pretty nice guy. Like, I've really wondered. I'm like, hey, is this an act or am I actually this guy? I think that if you watch my earliest videos and you go to now, you can realize my growth in not being this like formal, very proper person. I think that you've been able to see my growth as a person where I just got more comfortable on camera. So now this is more closely the real me than I ever have been. So it's actually been really, really nice because as I've said before, I don't have the energy. Oh gosh, I just don't have the energy to fake anything, to pretend like you know more than you know about a game, or anything like that. There's only so much brain power I can expend on any one opportunity. Okay, we are low on gold. I would love to trade. Let's see. We're still probably going to trade for these Medusa, but let's get this opportunity here, and then we'll go from there. I would love to pick them up tomorrow. We don't have enough gems. We got 2 marketplaces, but we don't have enough resources to trade for both Medusa and the Hydras. But we got this dwelling for the Hydras. I would love to pick that up. And I'd love to get the Hydra dwelling. I just don't think it's possible. Oh, we are so far behind. 65 troglodytes. Well, you better believe I'll take that. 16 Hydras. I'm going to fight this fight and I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Excuse me. Okay. The losses look terrible. Let's keep an eye out for that. Chris says, I'm optimistic about Olden Era. I mean the demo, and let's not forget that this is a demo, and it's already awesome already. Sure, things need to improvement, but I have a good feeling about it. Yeah, I've spent at this point, I think I've spent about 100 hours between the 2 builds on Olden Era. I know my brother has spent way more than that. So, and my dad even likes Olden Era. Like, yeah, I think that there's a lot of value here, right? And if we can just look past the parent company, the IP holder, which, to be fair, should we have to? No. Which is why this is why I don't think that people are silly if they dislike the game strictly based off of that. I think that that's enough of a reason. If you wanted people to enjoy your game without any of this weird stuff going on, just don't have controversy. Just be good to your consumers, and your consumers will treat you good. Sounds good. I feel like that'll work. Okay, folks, we are currently on this attack stance. We're going to switch to the defensive stance when the troglodytes go, because we're about to take massive amounts of damage. We do need to spread our forces because these Hydras are going to attack like these enclaves of 3. We're not going to be able to reach. And even if we could, I don't think I would want to reach. I'm going to go to here. Minotaurs are good. I might step this one dancer up due to this terrain. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Troglodytes, I'm gonna maybe step to the corner, and then I'll step this one troglodyte to this one dancer to here. I will sacrifice the unit rather than get the additional damage shred off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, so I got to step up to here because I didn't realize I put myself in that position. We will take the good morale. That is beautiful. Now I get the shred and I get to do damage to you. Very good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Maybe I've messed this up. Maybe I was anticipating that these guys were going to be a little bit faster than they actually were. So we're going to keep Minotaur stance on one more turn. I think. Heroic Strike, you might as well get a free one off. You might as well. 1, 2, 3. Go to here. Fine, we'll spread the damage. We kill one more Hydra. We started with 16, we are down to 12. If I back off with the Minotaur, then this guy's not going to be able to reach. Possibility of good morale, it's possible. If they get good morale here, we just have the worst day of our life. Like, it can happen. Really hope it doesn't, though. Okay, losses look great. We're going to stay on this Minotaur stance for one more turn. I'm going to do this. I'm going to wait, shred one more time. Time to do your damage. We're down to only 7 Hydras left. They've only got 12 defense, so we're doing pretty good there. And these troglodytes can actually do a big amount of damage. We could kill the full stack. Let's actually hope for some good luck. Oh, good luck. We killed 3. That's beautiful. Oh. Let's do that again. 2 to 3. Minotaurs are going to take down a bunch. Folks. Fix Fox was overthinking it. With the good luck, our damage is so high that we only lost 2 dancers, and we got through this whole objective. I'm going to take these Hydras immediately. I'm not going to trade gold for other resources. I need to be as strong as possible. We're going to pick up this Gingerbread house right now. Through the Aquilotls? Yeah, through the Aquilotls. Now I'm feeling great about my life. Good choices here all around. Noble says, releasing the demo like this with such replayability and even regular updates was a huge plus for me. Yeah, so I think that a lot of people, you know, we saw Olden Era and we were like, no, like maybe I'm interested, maybe I'm not interested. And then I think that a lot of people have gotten the opportunity to play the demo. And then they've just been like, oh, wait a second, hold on. When I play the game, it actually feels pretty good. And so if we didn't have that opportunity to play it, I think that there'd be a lot more questions as far as like how good it is or how bad it is. I think that a lot of people are actually very happy. People that wouldn't have been happy before are actually happier now. So it feels pretty good. I think, and that's really what I want. If it's going to be a good game, let's have a good game. These crystals, these guys are a problem. These are not the ones. Oh, these are the ones. Whenever an enemy attacks a creature in melee, 1 unit from the attacking stack dies up to tier 6. So that includes these Hydras. Hydras cannot attack. I can't attack you. I have to shred you from afar with defenses. So this is actually a really tough fight. Oh my goodness, this is a really tough fight. If you can defeat these ranged combatants, then you can potentially just ignore these slower moving creatures. They're still going to get down the battlefield pretty quickly, but anyway, troglodytes, I'm kind of sending everybody up a little bit just because there might be stuff to do. But even the Hydras who don't typically take retaliations just because of their swift strike, even they don't want to really fight this fight. Infiltrators and troglodytes, surprisingly, are going to be the ones that really need to help take down these big brutes here. Yeah, Hydras have to kind of ignore these guys. I'm going to keep these guys behind. It's too huge of an investment not to. So we're going to go back. I'm going to switch stances. 6 to 10. If we get good morale, we're going to pop over here. Oh, that feels good. Oh, good luck. It feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. Ooh. Feels really good. We're going to lose a Minotaur here on this retaliation. 15 down to 14. If I attack again, I lose even more. Let's actually do this. Yeah, we can reach here. We'll reach here. You'll reach there. Troglodytes are going to use their long reach attack, or they're just going to bite the bullet. They're just going to bite the bullet. We're going to attack in melee with the troglodytes. Never mind. There's no need. I guess that the biggest issue would have been if we had lost a single Hydra to the special ability. That would have been just absolute disaster. But as it stands, the rest of this fight went fine. 1 Minotaur went down, a couple of troglodytes. Yeah, 1 Infiltrator, that's fine. These losses are fantastic. Very happy for it. Very happy for it. Which do you want? It doesn't really matter to me. I think we'll take the crystal, so that way we just don't have to trade for crystal. We are going to get this Warren and these artifacts. I'm gonna wait on these troglodytes simply because I'm not sure. Not sure if the gold is going to matter or not. Let's take out these forces. It says it's an easy battle. I think it will be. Any losses? Losses actually look acceptable. I'm going to take those. And then for 1,000 gold, do you want to spend 1,000 gold right now? I think I do. We talked about the knowledge being pretty valuable. Let's pick up the knowledge. Polaris is hanging out, doing fun stuff. Sitting, waiting, wishing. And yeah, let's go for the stilled voices. We got walls up to 3. Let's make our trades now, and then at least we give ourselves the opportunity to trade for the Hydras later. I don't think it's going to be highly likely that we do that. Whoops. But we're still going to make this happen. So we need 5 of each. Yeah, 5 of each. We got plenty of these other resources. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Down to 14. No, 21 of this ore. Let's trade for wood now. And this is going to be pretty expensive. Okay. All right. But this is why we have these resources. And the 2 marketplaces make the trading quite a bit better. Folks, we are into the Medusa. That feels okay to me. Now, here's the question. Tomorrow, will we get into... How do you pronounce that? Cathonicome? That is a question I don't know the answer to. We'd need a lot of gems for that. And that seems pretty far away for us. Pretty far away. Unless, I mean, you could get Resource Depot. No, you need the bank. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, so be it. Byzantine Palace. How have I not picked this up yet? I'm going to pick up the Byzantine Palace too. Feels important to me. Let's see. Growth is fine here. I'm just gonna go for elite dancers too. There's not gonna be any fight for the moment that we have to fight. We've already cleared everything out. I will save the faction law points because there might be something else I want to spend my points on later. Everybody else just kind of waiting. Day 6 on to day 7. We have still not seen the enemy, and that's okay with me. I'm fine with that. Let's go back to Shadow Maw. And it looks like if we'd had the secondary skill for the relocation, not the relocation, secondary skill for the recruitment, we could have done even better. Alas, it wasn't meant to be. I would like to get this Mage Guild. I think that 10 gens is just way too much to try and pay for. I'm going to go for the Mage Guild so I have full spell points when I leave here tomorrow. We're going to purchase everybody here tomorrow, including these Medusa. And everybody else is going to be set up and ready to go. We got a little patch of ore here. You'll be ready to go there. You'll be ready to grab this. And then there's also going to be this Magic Garden. We're going to rush into this area for the crystal storage and the gingerbread houses. That way we don't have to trade nearly as much. We got plenty of dwellings on the map that we actually want to pick up. Do we have the gold for it? Not really. Do we want to upgrade any of our forces before we go tomorrow? Maybe. Amphitheater? Trade for the gems? Maybe. We'll wait for tomorrow before we make that decision. Okay. And Lenny says, I only wish 3DO can come back and rebuy the IP series. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of nostalgic for me. I wish. There was somebody who was saying that they really wanted the fans to buy the IP and then return it to... Who's the original guy? I want to say it was like Clegane. It wasn't, but somebody like that. And it was like a big like online movement. They're like, buy the IP, return it to the original holder. I'm like, dude, they sold the IP. Like, they got fair compensation for the IP. Like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't prefer that it was in better hands. I'm sure I would. But, like, choices were made here. People made decisions. And I'm going to respect those decisions. All right, safe house too. There's a lot of different opportunities here. I don't think I'm going to trade for like an upgraded stilled voices. I'm just going for the safe house upgrade. Now here's the question. Which one do you want? Do you want Guile Infiltrators or Bleak Infiltrators? As far as damage goes, you're increasing speed, you're increasing luck. The Bleak Infiltrators are doing more damage. They got this Veil of Shadows where they can't be targeted. More of a defensive option, more of like a specific sort of infiltrator. Guile Infiltrators are generally better in my opinion. I really like the Shadow Strike ability. It kind of gives them a ranged opportunity. And now this will give us something to use our focus points on other than a Heroic Strike. Staggering hits prevents the target from counterattacking. I guess you could just go with Sharper Blade. But you're going to have max luck anyway though. Lucky Strikes deal increased damage, sure, of course. Which is better with Rhea is really the question. because we already are gonna plan on never taking retaliations anyway. But I do like the Shadow Strike ability, ignoring enemies' defense. Does it really matter? The initiative is a really important stat. 7 initiative up to 9. The speed's a little bit lower though. I think that this 6 speed versus 5 speed is actually a big deal. 5 speed for the Bleak Infiltrators, 6 speed for the Guile Infiltrators, because that does mean you can get down the battlefield in 2 turns instead of 3. I mean, let's go for the Guile Infiltrators. We'll do it. We will do it. Hello, fellows. Bearded Man's in the chat. Hello, Bearded Man. How you doing? You're gonna be so happy. The other day, I ended up failing in one of my playthroughs. It was Month of the Plague, and immediately I heard your voice, Bearded Man. I saw your typing on this imaginary chat screen, and I just knew that you would have been disappointed in me. How are you? Hope that you're doing very, very well. Elite Dancers, I tell you what, if we're going to upgrade these Infiltrators, let's go for Elite Infiltrators. Let's do that for now. Let's pick up all the Infiltrators we can because they're going to be a really good unit. All of the Dancers we can. We are going to pick up only 3 of these Medusa because we're officially out of gold. And we'll just call this a day. Let's call this a day. Heading south. Let's see. Sister Dia is going to go here. Here, 1,000 gold. Okay, we'll pick up a little bit more gold. We don't have enough to pick up all of the Hydras. I will pick up 2 more of the Medusa Queens. We'll do just a little bit of a split here. Oh, I actually want to do it this way. I'm tired of adjusting my forces every time. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah. So backline, frontline, frontline, backline, frontline, backline, frontline, backline, frontline. Okay, that's fine. And then with these forces, I should be able to clear out everything else in this starting area. And we should do it as efficiently as possible. I have a choice. Do you want to clear in this direction, going here? Or do you want to clear in this direction, going here? I think I'm okay to start in this area. I'll go through the snow. Well, do you really want to go through the terrain? I don't think you want to go through the snow. That'll slow you down a lot. So I actually think that you want to, funny enough, go in this direction. So that way, when you're done clearing this little biome, then you head off into this dead land. So let's do that. Let's do that. Kelarr is going to be ready to pick up forces here, forces there. Sister Dira, yeah, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. Hydras are not very likely. We're just not going to have enough gold. 6,700 gold. I need to invest in the bank. I need to spend the time to invest in the bank and then in the treasury. The 2 gold mines we picked up have been huge for us. It's not enough. It's just not enough. Even with 2 gold mines, my economy is just not strong enough. It's crazy. Economy is so interesting in Olden Era because you think you got what you need, but you don't. Like almost every single time, I feel like I got everything I need, but I don't. What can I say? What can I say? Sister Dira is going to do this little hop, skip, and a jump. We had just talked about investing in our gold. Okay, let's go for the bank before I spend anything else. Let's go for the bank. We'll get the treasury soon. Hopefully we will trade for the treasury this week. We will trade for the treasury this week. That means Sister Dira can actually hop over to here. We upgrade the full group of forces. Yes, and we went for Guile Infiltrators. Very good. 900 gold left. Is that 1 more Medusa? 2 more Medusa. Great, great. Full swap. And then Kelarr, can you reach? Yes, you can. Hero chaining for the win. Good time. It's good time. And then Rhea is going right into the enemy's gullet. We're going to ignore Warrens and such. But these 2 gingerbread houses and the crystal swords, that's actually going to be a massive boon to me. I will sleeve Sister Dira over here just so she can bring forces to the front as necessary. I don't think we're going to pick up the mining gems. I just haven't seen a gem mine anytime soon. I think in this template, you actually need to leave your starting biome much quicker than I have because the precious resources are outside of the starting biome. I'm just still learning each of these templates because each of these templates, I think that there's a specific strategy on each template. And I think that that means that each template is going to have people that just specialize in that template. I don't think that initially you're going to see a lot of people that are just good at every template naturally. There's some skills and tips and tricks that are going to carry over from template to template and playthrough to playthrough. But in general, I do think that there's going to be some massive differences. And that's just the way it is. By the way, folks, if you're taking losses here, you literally just have to hit the Dark Elf stance and you're going to increase your defense by so much. I think it's going to matter quite a bit. I'm only fighting this fight just for that one reason. Yeah, that just saved us however many infiltrators. That feels great. Out of reach here. Unless I get good morale. Quick little shred. Boop. Quick little shred. Boop. Good luck is always appreciated. Here and here. And I'll kill most of these infiltrators again, just in case I get good luck or good morale or something. Should have actually focused here, because I didn't realize it with the turn order that these guys were going to go first. I didn't know that they were tied. 9 initiative and 9 initiative. I didn't realize that they were tied in initiative. That's crazy. Huh. Okay. Well, and then I'm going to take a little bit of losses on the troglodytes. It looks fine. It's okay. I might have even thought the fight worse. Who can say? Is anybody really paying attention? Yes. The answer is yes. Every single time I go to the comment section, ooh, this is good. Every time I go to the comment section, any of my YouTube videos, I always love when people like say these very specific things, or they'll comment about these random little moments. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are paying attention to the entire thing. I anticipate that a lot of people just kind of keep me as background noise, but I think that there's a lot of people that are actually doing much more than just that. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Okay, we talked about this, folks. Economy is good because merchant, or rather experimenter for the alchemical dust. I love basic economy. I think basic economy is really good. We've been talking about how tough this has been for us. On this map, I think I'm going to end up fighting my enemy in their castle. I think siegecraft is actually much more important. I need siegecraft just so that way I can bust through the walls. And this way I don't have to invest in, like, I don't know. I don't have to invest in the earthquake spell. Yeah, I don't got to invest in earthquake, so feels like an opportunity for me. I'm just going to wait a couple times. I don't know what these guys are going to do. Okay. Alrighty. Full damage from afar because, of course, I guess I should have gone into my Minotaur stance. Whoops, my bad. Rogue strike. Good. 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 Luck is abounding everywhere. Infiltrators are going to kill one full group. We'll just kill here. Okay, and then Hydras are too far away. These hoplets are going to get an opportunity to attack. I don't know who they're going to attack. Oh, troglodytes. Who could have guessed? Honestly, like truly not me. But again, at this point, I do just need a Q function so I can just end the battle without having to fight every little ounce of this. Okay, 7 troglodytes, much better. Much better. If you lose 11 infiltrators every time, you're having a really bad time. If we go for the gems, then we're closer to the Hydras, and then we're closer to dragons. I'm going to go for the gems here. Yeah, because I think we're going to have a great need for those very, very soon. And again, we are going to go up in this direction. We're going to go not into the snowy south, but into the deadlands to the west. We're going to clear all this out along the way. We're going to pick up the Pauper's Glory. Nice artifacts there. Everything else is good to go. Sitting, waiting, wishing. Hoping that you believed in superstition. Okay, treasury. Do we trade for it now? I think we do. So for the treasury, we need 2 more mercury. Let's trade right now. 1 and 2. Very good. And now that's an extra 3,000 gold per day. I don't think we had a really great opportunity to pick this up before. I think that this was just about the quickest we could have done this, which feels really bad because it's possible if we fought these fights earlier with the gingerbread house and the crystal storage, we probably could have done much better in that regard, but I just don't think I had. I think that the losses were going to be too much for me to handle. So I don't feel too bad about waiting on that at the moment anyway. You could argue that I could be more aggressive there, I think. I just don't think that the losses would have been, I don't think that the losses would have been it. All these shells, this might be the very best I could do. I don't know. We'll defend. Bearded Man says, I don't think that it would help with anything for 3DO to come back. The people of New World Computing had a true vision with Might and Magic and its spin-offs of Heroes of Might and Magic. 3DO is just a company that bought NWC. In fact, it was 3DO that was responsible for NWC's collapse. Is there deep lore there? Bearded Man, tell me more. 3DO was responsible for New World Computing's collapse? I would like more information. I will also respect it if you're like, nah, FixFox, I'm not going to tell you nothing. They were responsible for the collapse. Yeah, tell me more. I'm very interested to know. I'm going to just cover up the Medusa. I don't think they're going to take the damage here, but they might. Do some shred. Totally radical. 3 and 5. A couple times. Yeah, I'm going to cast Shortened Shadow onto the, or rather Enlarged Shadow onto the Troglodytes. I think that they might take the damage here. This group is going to get retaliated against very, very much. Whoever they attack, there's going to be a big retaliation. I'm very happy to know that I was right that it was the Troglodytes that took the damage here. Not once, but twice. That's good. Hydras are going to get a nice double attack off. Whoop. I should have gone into the offensive stance there. I'll do it now. Okay. Alrighty. Man, those good lucks feel good. Rhea is just ridiculously tough. Hold on. Does she exceed the cap? +1 luck. For each point of luck, creatures have +2% chance to deal a critical strike. For every 4 levels, +1 of the bonus. Yeah, so the chance of getting luck is just exceptionally high. Because there's luck, which is, you know, luck. Then you can exceed the cap with the 4-leaf horseshoe. Yeah, luck is good. She's good with it. Luck is good and she's good with it. Silvertongue, Envoy, we've got to go for the basic sorcery. It's one of the opportunities you can take there. 7 crystal from the Trophy Hunter's Den, very good. And from the Monty Hall, ooh, Emerald Renaissance Controller, Emerald Resonance, Siren Mask, don't love that. Tabar Signet Ring for the +1 luck. I don't think we need the additional luck. I think that this is actually a really good choice for late game sort of opportunities. I'm going to do this. Negative 10% enemy hero spell power. That feels ridiculously broken, actually. I'm going to take that. The luck, you know, I think that that's just going to be much better for us. Oh, there it is. Rags and the fish to the face. So we're going to have, let's see. Yeah. We're going to have 3 items from the Pauper's Glory. We'll take that pretty quickly. I'll go here and then there. Golden Pig, 500 gold per day. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be great. And then I think that 1 little bit of gems is enough. I think that more than that's not required. I'm going to ignore Persuasion Power. I'm just going to go for like Elite Minotaurs, Elite Medusa. I'm going to go for these Dungeon Masters. I'm going to go for these increases. That's going to feel really exceptional to me once we can get to there. Byzantine Palace. I think on this template that the Byzantine Palaces are actually a really good investment. In fact, I think it's only on fair and square that the Byzantine Palaces are not a good investment. And it doesn't say anywhere in the notes or like in the template information that that's true. But I feel like it's correct. I feel like it's correct. Bobby Dodge. I like saying your name. Bobby Dodge 2 says, time for work. Definitely will be checking this out more. Hope to see more streams and YouTube content on this. Wonderful, Bobby Dodge. Thank you so much for enjoying the time. I'll look forward to seeing you in the future. Take very good care until I see you then. And we'll catch you around later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. And Chris is in the same boat, says I have to go. Thanks for the stream. We'll see you around, Chris. It is always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'll see you on Discord. I will see you on YouTube. I will see you here on Twitch again. Take very good care of yourself. And again, as always, thank you for the time. Oh no, don't lose the Hydra. This is the same Crystal Iriad, so we can't attack them with the Hydras. Don't do it. We're going to go just like this, folks. I'm going to do the... Let's see. I'm going to do the Enlarged Shadow on my Dancers because they're going to do bunches of damage. We're going to skip on everybody except for this little split here. 1 stack of 28. Kind of interesting that they're there. If I wait... No, if I wait, they're not going to cross the median. And so they're not going to... I'm not going to do full damage to them if I just wait. Bring them down, Legolas. Bring them down. 14 Minotaurs. I will step up to just here. The chance of good morale is there, but I'm just gonna hope it doesn't happen. I'm gonna do this fighting style. Like, I'm gonna lose a little bit on this retaliation, but this way I can attack and retreat. And really it really comes down to the idea of wanting to use my lower tier creatures to take these Crystal Thorns abilities. I just don't want to have to deal with that more than I have to. Time to wait, time to wait. I don't think I'm going to get focus charges, so I'm just going to do this attack again. Oh, that feels good. It cost me 2 Guile Infiltrators, and now whatever these enemies have going for them, I'm just going to... Whatever they thought that they had going for them, it's gone. Your chances are done. It's done. It's over. 6 to 9, 5 to 7. And again, whoops. Here and here. Minotaurs will wait. Hydras are now going to move up. Even if these guys get good morale, I don't think that they can reach me on this round. We'll wait. Because I'm to the point, I think... let's wait here as well. I think I'm to the point where the Infiltrators can just do a full-on attack. I don't think that they have to do strike and return. Still, the 50% damage reduction is not going to matter to me at this point. Kill 3 to 7 with the Troglodytes. We kill 3. Good. We'll split the damage yet again with the Dancers because their fighting style is doing so much damage. 7 to 10 with our Minotaurs. Big stack with the good luck, and that'll end the fight. The Infiltrators will end it. 2,100 damage with 96 Infiltrators. We did 2,100 damage to that generally high tanky unit. That's pretty good. Wouldn't you say? These Infiltrators, I would love to have them. Love to have them. Can't do it. Can't do it. We don't have room in the army, and I don't want to get rid of this one single Dancer at the moment. Just the value of the one Dancer is better than the Infiltrators. Enemy is fleeing. These Hornets will actually mess me up. I'm going to let them run. I don't think that they're worth the experience at this point. But we will pick up the Troglodyte Warren. We will get the Magic Wheel. And now we have a third item for the Pauper's Glory. So we're doing exceptional and everything. That increases your morale. That increases your luck. +1 stats for defense and so on and so forth. Yeah, really pretty good. Really pretty good. Sister Dira is going to wait down here. She's going to grab Troglodytes, Infiltrators, Minotaurs. She's going to clear all this out in the next week or so. Likewise, Kelarr is going to stay right here for now. I think I actually need a 4th hero. I've got the time. I got the ability. Oh, look, it's Typhona and Entity. Do you want the free troops? I think that we're getting 2 new heroes today. Just for the Hydras and for the Medusa, this feels worth it to me, I think. Split and split. Yeah, this feels fine to me. Really, the reason I'm getting them is because it's going to feel okay to have multiple heroes helping as we're clearing out this new Brave World. That's the whole reason why I'm getting these heroes right now. I don't really need this many heroes, but I'm going to take them anyway. The troops are pretty good. The Medusa and the Hydras. It feels fine to me. Just for the forces, that should be good. We will work on getting elite troops later. Let's make sure we have high quality troops. So Troglodytes, Infiltrators, Dancers, Minotaurs, Medusa. Wait, no, hold on. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so this one's actually giving you Minotaurs. It's not until you get to this additional tier that you can increase your Medusa. Okay. Tactical advantage, though, increases the creatures, reduces enemy creatures' initiative. We're probably going to go for that in a little bit. Okay. With all this gold left, though, I mean, we're to the point now where I feel like if we could get dragons today or this week, we should. But it's going to be so many gems. Yeah, 1, 2, let's see. 5 gems in mage guilds. We would need 25 gems. We would need 25 gems. Right now we're getting 1. We're going to do a resource depot because we've solved some of our other gold problems. And I don't know when I'm going to find a gem mine later anyway. I don't think I want 2 though. I think that's a little bit of overkill. I'm going to get walls too, so I can go into the treasury soon in this other castle, and then I'll work on like the labyrinth and such. Okay, on to a new day. Bearded Man says, using Wikipedia here, the story is essentially that 3DO was struggling financially, so they had to lay off many of the NWC employees. This happened a couple of weeks after the release of Heroes 4, and then the company dissolved, so NWC had to follow suit. Nice. That's what happened. That's crazy. Huh. And that's so sad, really, because, I mean, business is business, right? Like, I understand that there's an aspect to these things that doesn't always come down to just like the love of the game or these opportunities of just, you know, sharing something high quality with other people. But it feels bad when that's the reason why everything fell apart. It does make me pretty sad, not gonna lie. Early start increases initiative by 2. It's still not gonna be enough. Wait, 6. Hold on, 6. I'm gonna early start. Yeah, I'm gonna early start my big stack of Onyx Dancers so they can get this first shot off over here. I'll send these troops down the battlefield. I don't think I'm gonna get good morale I'm going to stay far, far away from the Minotaur Lords. Oh my goodness. If they get good morale, though, they're going to get right down the battlefield, so it won't really matter one way or the other. Let's go to here. They choose not to do anything. Okay, fair point. 19 to 27. With the good luck, we killed 33 of the dancers. They're going to go into melee range with their Draconic Blade that deals double damage in melee. They're going to take out 10 of my Guile Infiltrators. Okay. Have a nice day. And I will split the damage here with this one single stack for the shred. Heroic Strike onto the Minotaur Lords. They're going to be quite the load. I do hope that we don't have to deal with good morale this turn, but it's highly possible. 10 more of the dancers goes down. 4 to 7 from my Medusa. My Medusa killed 4 Minotaur Lords. They do not get the good morale. I feel like I'm getting away with something here. I feel like I'm getting away with something here. Very good. Very, very good. We've been on offensive strike. I'm gonna go defensive just for the moment. Hydras will kill the dancers. Guile Infiltrators. I could do Shadow Strike and ignore the defense of this creature. And it's 14 defense. I'm going to use this more than just like a Heroic Strike. Hopefully we get like a good lucky strike. Oh! Ah! Golly. I think we made the right choice. I think the Guile Infiltrators are really, really good. Okay, happy for it. Oh no. Folks, Silvertongue's Envoy, basic scouting. We got to take it. If for no other reason, then that's what we got. That's what I got. 2 Troglodytes goes down for some Mercury. We'll take that. There's another Trophy Den Hunters. I'm gonna take this. Griffins want to flee. Marksmen want to flee. I'll fight this fight and do a little bit better. Noble says, by the way, nice hire. Anity, the hero with the Medusa speciality, is my favorite hero in the dungeon faction. I really like her. Like, it's amazing how 3 to 4 Medusa can clear the map so very, very effectively for you. Like, they do a really nice job, Tobal. I completely agree. I completely agree. And so just having her around, I mean, we get the Medusa, which I think that's it's not worth 2,500 gold, but we needed another hero anyway. Might as well take them. Likewise with the Hydras. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Bearded Man says that was awesome. Yeah. The Shadow Strike ability. Oh, love it. Love it so very, very much. Okay, I think that this is all fine. I'm just going to try to avoid losses with these marksmen. 7 initiative. We got 6 ourselves. No, we got 5 ourselves. Oh, because we're not in our starting biome anymore. Yeah, we're not in our starting biome, so our initiative is going to go down a little bit, unfortunately. If I could count on good morale or something, I would probably do that. I really need a way to slow down these enemies, actually. I'm going to see if the early start will actually do it for me. No, it doesn't do it. Yeah, if there's a tie, whoever's supposed to go first is going to continue to go first, which is kind of what I thought would happen, but I guess I'm glad we tried anyway. Marksmen, they're going to do full damage at range anyway. You might as well go down the battlefield. Might as well give yourself an opportunity for good morale. 10 of the Troglodytes goes down. At this point, I'm going to... I don't know why I didn't do this before. I'm going to go for offensive capabilities instead of defensive. Good luck on that strike. Holy kittens. 64 dancers. Got good luck. They killed 44 marksmen and 25 temple griffins. That was crazy. My word. These are some good stuff. Good stuff. Heroic Strike onto the griffins. At this point, I'm not worried about the damage from the griffins. Even if I lose 1 Minotaur, it'll be fine. I just don't want to lose like a big stack of, I don't know, Troglodytes or Infiltrators. 3. 3 is fine. We will lose 3. We'll Heroic Strike and we'll get out of this fight. Very good. Very good. Stinging Sword for the +1 attack. At this point, we do need to use these secondary heroes to help clear out and scout. So Entity is going to go up in this direction just to see what's over here. It's a wood storage, but it is guarded by the Light Weavers. Okay, Murmurmancers guard the Ritual Pyre for the Phoenixes. There's a free wood storage here, though. There's a kennel. It's going to be Typhona that goes up the road. It's going to be a scroll. Ground sight. You know what, my dear? Cast the ground sight ability. Just let me know what's going on here. Looks like it's going to be... I don't even know what that is. Infiltrators. I don't even know what that is. Hornets. What are you? Are those Murmurmancers? Those might be Murmurmancers. Phoenixes? Griffins? These got to be like hornets. They're really long, but they're hornets, like just extended. It's doing the thing from Long Cat where you hold up a cat by its little arms and then its long body just like falls down. You're just holding it up under these little wing things. It's got to be what that is. Okay. And let's actually see. Are we able to see? Are we able to see our enemy? Not really. It looks like they haven't done an exceptional job of clearing out this side of the map. I'm guessing that they're right about here, which would make sense because that's about where we were. Maybe the snow terrain, maybe this indicates that they are in the snow terrain. So we might have avoided them by going this long direction. Yeah, I'm guessing that the enemy is into the snow terrain. That actually tells me a little bit there. I think that tells me a little bit anyway. Okay. Sister Dira waiting for a little bit longer. A little bit longer. And I'm going to push for the Hydras, but I'm not going to get into the dragons this week. Mage Guild levels, though, I will wait on that choice for now. Treasury, we already talked about that. Let's pick up the Treasury. So we're a little bit further behind there. So Sister Dira is staying. Laris is staying. Rhea is good. Typhona does need to do a little bit more movement here. Gold. And she's basically out of resources. Colosseum for cavalry, kind of interesting. Oh, they were Shoth. Or maybe they were worms. Whatever they were a little bit scary. Okay. Day 7. Okay. Folks, it's been 2 hours since we started stream. So even though I'd like to keep going at the moment, we do need to take a quick break. If I take 5-minute breaks more regularly than not, and I actually do better in general. Like I don't burn out as quick. So a break now, even when I don't really feel like it, might mean that we were able to go for like 4 hours on a stream instead of just like 3 hours. So let's take a 5-minute break. Let me come on back in just a couple minutes. We'll talk. We'll figure out where we're at. We will figure out this entire area and figure out what makes the most sense to us. And we will come right back. So I will see you in about 5 minutes. Go and hydrate. Take good care of yourself. Do what Rise to Ruin always says and go take good care of yourself because, you know, pretty important. And then we'll come back here. So thanks and see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, and we are back. So just as a quick little recap, here's what we've done so far, folks. We've started off here in this upper right corner. It was this little castle of Shadowmaw. We have now gotten up to the point where we have up to the Medusa. We still need to get Hydras. We still do need to invest in the Cave Palace to get ourselves some dragons, but we are moving right along. I'm happy with the way we filled this out. We really focused on getting our walls and our treasury. Any amount of these peripheral kind of supporting buildings are very, very useful for the dungeon faction. We have also picked up, it's nice to say, a second castle. As you go down the road here, we're able to get to this other castle of Ravenshore. Ravenshore is pretty far behind, but we are looking to get at least the labyrinth here today. In fact, I'm going to do this right now. It's day 7. We're going to get the labyrinth right now. And then it's just like a nice little sort of forward command with the Mage Guild. We decided to go into this dead terrain to the west as opposed to going south into the snow. But now that I see this looks like there's going to be snow all the way around that we have to go into at some point. I do want to say that it feels like I hate the Schism faction just because they start in the snow. And too much snow, I feel like I'm actually snow blind. I need more contrast in the winter tile set because it looks too white to me, and I'm a little bit sad that I gotta go through that again. Dirt looks great. This dirt terrain looks great. Even the dead area looks okay. It looks like a little bit more washed out, but it looks okay. But it's really the snow terrain I'm actually really not looking forward to getting into anytime soon. But we do have a really nice hero. We start off with a Rhea. This is a 4-leaf horseshoe type of hero, so we are the luck specialist. We're getting lots of luck. We're going to be using that an awful lot, especially whenever we land a lucky strike, we do not get a counterattack. We are pushing for Silvertongue's Envoy. I have made some choices here that are going to be required to get into Silvertongue's Envoy, folks. You've got luck, you've got expert defense, you've got sorcery, and you've got scouting. We need one more secondary skill to get Silvertongue's Envoy. Once we get all those up to expert, then we will have this 100% bonus defense. If we get this, I think we win. If you get the chase sort of specialist ability, you win. Getting there is the hard part. Will we? Will we not? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. Warrior Sir's in the chat. Warrior Sir, what's up? How you doing? Nice to have you here. Welcome Welcome back, and thank you so much for the resubscription. You are subscribed for 13 months. Golly, thank you so much for the 13 months. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and I'm hoping that you're doing so very, very well. Thank you. It's always good to have you back. And Katsu is here as well. Hello, Katsu. Nice to have you here. I had a feeling you were live today. Yep, we had some Thanksgiving shenanigans, and it just felt right. You got to do what feels right, and this felt right to be here today. So here we are. Glad to see you here as well. Okay, let's use our secondary heroes to kind of scout this back area. I'm not going to pick up any of these kennel creatures. The undead pets are just not, I don't dislike them. Even though there's, what, two of them here, plus some bones exchange, plus the Coliseum. Ritual Pyre. There's nothing here that's really good for me in the starting area or the secondary area. I'm still going to clear it out as best as I can. Orloth's Hand. Yeah, 3 kennels. 1, 2, 3. If you're the undead, this is perfect. I guess that makes sense, though. On this tile set, you would expect more dead things here, I suppose. So I will take it. It'll be fine. Day 7, though, real quick, before I do anything else, I don't think I'm going to get the additional gems. I could. Hold on. I need 2 gems. There's an Iridescent Abbey. If I clear this, and then I go through all this, I'll get gems here. Yeah, I'm going to clear all this out. I might as well. I think that at this point, the losses are so minimal that it just makes a lot of sense to do so. I don't think I'm going to take any losses. The Inquisitors, okay, the Inquisitors here in the bottom right, they're going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to put the Dancer closest to them. And yeah, the Minotaurs are going to kind of go to the north here and save myself the trouble of having to deal with these guys. They're fairly slow. Hopefully we can take them out pretty quickly. Actually, we can kill 1 to 2. Nah, let's do it like this. Let's kill 8 to 10 here. Very good. We'll lose 1 Dancer. That's fine by me. We'll trade up 6 to 9. Fix Fox, did you say 69? No, I said 6 to 9. We'll go into the Minotaur stance with the attack. I probably should have done that before, but we'll do it now. I could hope for good luck on this strike over here. I'm not gonna hope that I'm that lucky though. And then let's do some serious shred. It's gonna be 2 there. Viscous Spit from afar. With the good luck, we're super fine. 1 to 2 again. And then, am I in range? Yes, I'm in range for my Guile Infiltrators to actually do the killing blow. In fact, they don't even have to do it in person. They can use their Shadow Strike ability. 25 defense. Let's ignore 25 defense. And let's just obliterate these guys. Losses are totally acceptable. 1 and 1. I'm okay with that. And that's the 6 gems I needed. So that gives me all the opportunities I needed for our Hydras here in the Chthonic Home. Very good. And then here's my goal, folks. My goal is to pick up Mage Guild 2, Mage Guild 3, and then the Cave Palace in the next week. So we got a lot of room to make up. We got a lot of stuff to do. Let's make it happen. Let's do this. With these faction law points, I would like some additional forces, more so than anything else here at the moment. Elite Minotaurs, we can get that later. I can increase these forces abilities in just a moment or so. Let's go for Dungeon Master 2. Yeah, let's get more of these Infiltrators. And then just use them very, very effectively very, very soon. Many of our heroes are sort of waiting. You're set here, you're set here. Ifona, I mean, she's kind of cleared out what she can. I'm going to send her back. Maybe she can help with a hero chain for a nice resupply. And there are some things over here she can grab, like this Trophy Hunter's Den. She can maybe go to the safe house. Yeah, there's still stuff to get. And with 14,000 gold per day, I think I can start to actually clear out these neutral dwellings. Hopefully, though, the enemy doesn't show up in the next, like, 5 days. If they show up in the next 5 days, we're in trouble. I really need a little bit more time before the enemies actually hop into me. Folks, did you hear that? I heard the sound of horse hooves. I was over here and I heard the sound of horse hooves. We didn't see anything, but I heard the sound of horse hooves, and now I'm a little bit scared. Because as I just mentioned, if the enemy is over there, I need to know, because I need to avoid that. I need to avoid the enemies where possible. Let's do this. Enemy's gonna flee. I'm gonna destroy them anyway. We'll take the losses. Yeah, that's fine. Just for the sake of getting through the fight. This is not my favorite fight with these Watchers. I don't like them. They're coarse and rough, and they get everywhere. I'm gonna split my Dancers into 2 stacks. Whoops. I'm gonna split my Dancers into 2 stacks. And we're just gonna try and step on these guys. 4 Sentinels. If you take this fight, you get the Sentinels. Is that going to be worth it? I think it will be worth it. I think that this is worth it. It's a lot of... I just don't think that the Sentinels are worth it. I think early on, if you can cheese this fight and you can get the Sentinels, it's not too bad. Later on, I don't think it's nearly as good. I just think that there's actually a problem with that later on. Because the Sentinels, even if you get like 2 or 3, I don't think that they're better than any full stack of dungeon creatures. And so it's like a good early creature bank, but I don't think that late game it actually makes a lot of sense. These are long range but not range creatures. We're going to hit wait a couple times. I'm going to do Minotaur stance. And then damage 2-4. Okay. Alrighty. Kutsu says, so here's my magic too. I know people feel a certain way about certain secondary skills such as mysticism. Who feels some sort of way? Couldn't be me. But I submit that in certain maps, it's probably an A tier skill. Tell me more. I'm playing Armada currently, a long sprawling campaign full of little bits of resources spread across many waterways with very little opportunity to recharge. Mysticism is shining. Dungeon Below. Bammy did a playthrough of Dungeon Below, which made it to a Fix Fox shoutcast. And they actually used mysticism in the same way that you're talking about. There was no wells, there was no opportunity for like resupplies. They just had to go in there and they had to survive this dungeon with these limited resources. And I think that they have done what you've talked about here. You're finding in this playthrough, it's very, very effective for you. It's keeping you alive for longer. I think that this is another opportunity where you can see it in full display. On full display, you can just see how good it is. Folks, I messed up. I don't know why I put the Minotaurs there. We're going to enlarge Shadow. 30 defense. Let's hope that this is enough. We're going to defend. Yeah, we're just going to go here. We're just going to go to here. And I think that these Murmurmancers are going to get a nice shot off. Unfortunately, I put myself a little bit too close. Whoops, my bad. And they're going to go for the Troglodytes and the Infiltrators. Thankfully, they're doing like no damage at all. Look how little damage they're doing. Oh, I'm actually a little bit surprised. We'll do the Whirling Dervish attack. He'll 5-9 with our Infiltrators. Most of them go down. Very good. Ooh. I want to do this triple hex attack. We're not going to. Quick little spread. Call it a day. I shouldn't have put my Minotaurs too far forward. It looks like we were going to take some losses anyway. Even so, the losses were fine. Okay. We've still got these opportunities. We're going for this 100% defense. Advanced scouting. Long range sight increases if you know luck. I got luck, that's for sure. Pathfinding, 50% terrain penalty. We want this. If there's snow coming up, which by the way there is, this is actually critically important. We're very happy for that. Very happy for that. Oh, and Boyster says, Dungeon Master, are we playing some D&D? Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully we can. Hey, does anybody want to play D&D? Let's talk about it. I think I'm okay with this split still. Let's get some free Phoenixes. These are not free Phoenixes. What? These are all the upgraded Mancers. What in the world? How many Phoenixes do you get from this? I don't think you even get a lot of Phoenixes. If you defeat all these creatures, you get Phoenixes. How many Phoenixes is it? If it's 3 Phoenixes, you see, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this point of balance. It's just not worth it. Like the losses you would take would just not be worth it. I don't think that there's anything in this area that's actually worth it. I think I'm gonna take this really quickly. And then I'm going to go back because I think I need to go into the snow in this area because I know my enemies are over here. I think I need to do a resupply. I think I heard footsteps. And now I'm scared. I think I need to get back before bad things happen to me. And this like +1 attack is not going to change anything for me. It will not matter to me. All right, Rhea, back home you go. Kelarr is picking up whatever we need. Let's go from Mercury here. Go from Mercury here. We're up to 7 Mercury. A little bit of crystal. I know that we do need the gems, but we're going to get that by the end of the week. 48 Infiltrators, a couple of these Troglodytes. We're going to purchase everybody. I really hope an enemy doesn't just pop through here, though. 48 Infiltrators, that would be a big loss to lose these forces for free. Troglodytes. Yes, yes. Infiltrators. Perfect. Plenty of Minotaurs here. Ready for the taking. We'll drop everybody off. And yeah, we'll get 6 more crystal. I didn't path that correctly. I should have gone here then there, but we got there eventually. 105 Troglodytes here. if I'm getting these many forces just from dwellings, how good is the enemy doing? I'm guessing that the enemy's actually doing much better at this than I am. I'm a little bit concerned. There's an amphitheater, Byzantine palace. I think that now is the time for troops, more so than anything, and maybe even a mage guild level as I stop back and through. That might be pretty worth it. Please don't break out of containment. Maybe I just heard footsteps and now I'm overly cautious. Maybe I shouldn't be nearly so cautious, but just worry. If the enemy is anywhere close to me, we need to make sure that we are as strong as possible. The worst scenario, in the worst situation, is if you are like a full day behind, drawing your forces together, and then just losing because you weren't ready. If I can just avoid that, I'll feel much better about my chances. So let's get whatever forces we possibly can at the moment. I'm going to send everybody up. I think I've got at least walls too. Yeah, I'll get this mage guild because we are going to come through here in just a moment or so with my primary hero. Sister Dira is continuing on the way. Whoops. Yeah, she's going to continue to here. I will have her drop everyone in case I need to like hire another hero and send the forces down. 1,000 gold, 4 Hydras, 84 troglodytes. There's a gingerbread house coming up. Yes, yes, good, good, good. I'll even drop off everyone here. And Polaris can go north. In my collection habits. I will pick up the +1 mining because I got a feeling that on this medium-sized map we're just, this feeling that we're about to see an enemy very, very soon. I'm such a scaredy cat. It is what it is. Kutsi says, just getting into and out of boats for Heroes 2 takes up a lot of turns where you otherwise are doing nothing, so it keeps you topped up. Oh yeah. You know what? Do you like that it takes a full day to get in and out of a boat in Heroes games, or do you not? Some people enjoy that very, very much, and some people absolutely hate it. I recognize that it's a quality strategic opportunity, and I tend to enjoy it myself, but I'm interested to know if you also enjoy it or if you dislike it. Let me know. Okay, look at all these forces. Oof. Oof. It's pretty good. I'm going to hand all this off. We're going to go home. We're going to send this home. Oh, infiltrators? Yeah. We do want to bring those in. 118 of them. We're going to upgrade all these cats. Go up. Polaris the Betrayed's got stuff to do here. There. And I will go all the way back home just to pick up mage guilds or other adjustments. We talked about going for the cave palace. I've only got 7 alchemical dust, but I got plenty of artifacts I can actually offload. We will need to take a peek. We'll need to see if we can find other upgrades, other worthwhile upgrades, so that we can other worthwhile upgrades so we can push into some additional high quality troops. At this point, even upgrading, what, 200, 300 troglodytes, that could be very valuable. Like, that could be good. Okay. Drop everybody off here. And I'm going to be so vindicated if in like 2 seconds we just see an enemy pop out of here. I'm so vindicated. Simultaneous turns have stopped. Oh, buddy, snap, crackle, pop. We're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, and if at this point we had gone into the snowy terrain over here, we would have completely overplayed our hand. So around week 4 in this map, you really want to be ready for your enemy. Kelarr, Son of Navarre, 11 attack, 14 defense, 12 spell power, 16 knowledge. Ooh. Rhea, 15 attack, 16 defense, 10 spell power, 7 knowledge. I'm doing okay. But on this medium-sized map, we were not ever going to get into Silvertongue's Envoy. This map is going to be pretty much over in the next... long before that happens. Long before that happens, I think. Let's do this. Let's have Sister Dira. Does she have... Let's see. Yeah, so she's grabbed everything she needs to. Let's do the handoff here. And here and here. Nearly 500 troglodytes. And we're not even done yet. Rhea's going up. And it's going to be time to do some adjustments here. Let's wait just 1 second and we'll make that happen. Katsu says, also, was in another hero stream earlier today where the question was asked, why exactly is the map revealed cheat code 8675309? My best guess is they snuck that in as a tribute to the designer or producer for the Heroes Might and Magic 1 for 1 through 4, Jennifer Bullard. I think it could take a set amount of movement points to embark. And and so I mean 8675309. I mean that's from a song. I mean, so like StarCraft and many of the Warcraft games. I know that Blizzard is a different company, but it seems reasonable to make cheat codes and these like little nods to these pop culture moments and icons. I think that that's probably, if I'm guessing, it's probably just like that. I don't know the song well enough to know if there's some reference about seeing the whole world. Maybe there is. I don't know. And then Katsu says, talking about ships, I think it could take a set amount of movement points to embark and disembark, and not just all your movement points. It would allow for some more strategic decision making. I like that. I do like in Heroes 3 the inclusion of the Sea Captain's hat. Is it the Sea Captain's hat or is it another one that allows you to embark and disembark without costing you movement points? I do like that one. I do like that one. Oh, and yeah, 8675309 is Jenny. Yep, there you go. Maybe you got there before I did, but yeah. Okay, tons of things to do here, folks. First off, what artifacts don't we want? These magic slippers, I don't think I really care. I think I'll have enough knowledge. Golden pig. Okay, how much is this worth? 20 alchemical dust for the golden pig. I like the gold. I think that the scenario is about to be over in 1 second. I think that this artifact's not going to do it for me. I know that I really definitely want to get rid of this magic scroll for 5 alchemical dust. I could get rid of one of these pauper's items. I'm not going to at the moment. This is a critically good artifact for this upcoming fight. I'm going to keep that. With the golden pig, I mean, it's 20. That would give me up to 32. That would be... that would upgrade my dancers. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna disenchant the golden pig. Fix Fox, that's 500 gold a day for the rest of the game. Yeah, I think that the game is pretty much over in the next like 3 days. So let's be as strong as we can. That actually feels much better to me. So Amphitheater 2, we're gonna pick that up now. And then which is the better dancer upgrade? We've got, let's go to this other screen. Let's see, we've got Jasper dancers, Ariat dancers. So speed is up for the Jasper dancers. Initiative is way up for the Ariat dancers. Ariat dancers are the ranged specialist, right? They're the ranged specialists who get their shot off a little bit sooner. Jasper dancers are the ones that are meant to go into melee as necessary. What is the enemy? What are you? They've got dragons. They've got Medusa Queens. So it's the blue Medusa. Is that sculptors? Do they have sculptors? Yeah, I think it's the Medusa Queens. So they're gonna have 6 initiative. So I think I want to make sure I have the initiative above that, because right now I don't. Right now I have 5 initiative. So I actually think that as far as dancers go, I think that you want to go for the higher initiative. So not Jasper, but go for Ariat. So that way you get to go earlier. So let's make that upgrade there. And then there are those looking ones. Those ones? Yeah, okay. If I had some more alchemical dust, I would definitely wait to try and upgrade my troglodytes. I don't think I got it. So instead, we're just gonna do our purchases like this. Do you care about which forces you pick up first? I think I want Queens. 9k gold left. Dancers. Okay. 4k gold left. I really like Hydras. Okay, and that actually bankrupts us at the moment. We've got most of our spell points. Do we need to spend a night in the Mage Guild? We really don't. I can't get more alchemical dust, but if I wait a day, I can get a 3rd level Mage Guild. We don't have a lot of movement points left anyway. We can get from there to over here. I think we're going to lose this castle very quickly of Ravenshore, which is fine. That's okay. Not mission critical. We got multiple heroes just kind of waiting around. Typhona is gonna, ooh, she can't backdoor. Look at this. This enemy hero is kind of blocking the way. I'm gonna see if I can get her to safety over here. Initi is gonna go north. Just kind of hold down the fort over here. This castle's a loss, but we did evacuate the troops. It's got walls too. I'm really hoping that the enemy does not decide to try and stay on top of us. If they just go into the castle and just stay, I'm going to feel kind of bad about that. I am going to go for this 3rd level mage guild. Are there any spells that you want in level 1 or level 2 that you want to pay for? If you want to pay for spells, you got to pay for it today and tomorrow. Blink, no. Inner Light, no. Umbral Grip, no. Read Minds, no. Shade Cloak, no. I like Crystal Crown. That's pretty good. I think I want to get into tier 3 just so I can get... Carapace is good. Twilight. If you can get Twilight, I think it's going to be worth it to me to get into Twilight. So we're going to go for this level 3 mage guild. We're going to stay here overnight. We're going to go for Twilight first thing in the morning. We do have some adventure map spells. We do got Dimension Door. I just don't know if I want to spend that many points to get down here. We're going to hit end turn. We're going to not go for a level 2 spell. Oh, hold on. We don't have web. You got to get web. Web is a must-have. So we're going to purchase web. Whoops. Okay. We'll do 5 because it's going to be pretty costly in just a second. We're going to be trading in just a moment or two. But you can only get 1 spell unlocked per day. Web is just a really good spell to have if you don't already have it. We're going to hit end turn, so we're going to get even more forces because we're going to get so much gold very, very quickly. Oops. Ah, here they come. And the enemies just keep pouring into this area. Oh my goodness, they take our castle. And I'm okay with them being in this sort of area. That feels fine to me. Okay, Mage Guild level first. Pick up that. And then we talked about getting Twilight. It's going to take 4 of each resource. Okay. Okay. And then this way I'll have an option to actually shut down the Medusa that doesn't involve the Jasper Dancers, devoting all their time and energy to that. I suppose I could absolutely exchange all my resources at this point. I don't think it's that worth it. I just realized we just lost the other marketplace. We're not going to do it at this point, but that could have been important. I should have probably done this yesterday. I should have had a little bit more foresight. I'm going to get as many Minotaurs as I can. That's 16 Minotaurs. We're up to 55 Minotaurs. These guys are tough. If I can get elite Minotaurs, I will. Okay. But now I think it's time to go. I don't want this enemy to get the opportunity to really like escape. Do you want a Dimension Door? Do you want to Dimension Door? Do you want to spend any of your 80 spell points? There's a lot of these. There's some good quality troops over here. I'd like to just surprise these guys if I can. I could Dimension Door. Well, I could Dimension Door. And then Gate of Light. That would be 48 of my 80 spell points. I don't think it's worth it. I think that adventure map spells are so expensive. What if we just go to here? And then when the enemy... Like, because their little scouting area here, I don't think that this castle gives them that big of a scouting radius. I think I'm off of their radar at the moment. I just don't want them to run. I think I'm super tough. I'm gonna go and do this fight. Win or lose, I'm gonna go do this fight right now. And I'm not gonna dance around it. I'm just gonna go and be bold and brave. Hope for the best. I am gonna put Talaris here just in case we can get some additional forces. Like if they try to run, I do want to try and track them down. So we got a nice little hero chain from there to there. Let's hit end turn. Let's see what the enemies do. Defeat onto this hero. I want to actually fight this fight. Who was this hero? This was Typhona. Yeah, Kieran. Okay. Do I have a spell I can cast before I go? Ice Bolt. We'll kill 6 dancers, and then we will skedoodle. Okay. They take a gold mine. They take some other stuff. Their main hero, Kelarr, son of Navarre, what do they do? They're trying to, so they are trying to get into me. It's a good thing we got 1 additional day's worth of gold, 7k gold. I'm just going to purchase all the Hydras, and then whatever additional infiltrators we have. Hero chain it up. And actually, I'm fairly close. If you look at this, I'm really close. In fact, I'm really close to getting another faction law point. And if I do, wait a second. If I get another faction law point, then I think I actually can get a big upgrade on some of my units, and we're going to just squeeze out this advantage here at the very end. I might be overdoing this by a lot, and I might not be. The thing is I don't know. I'm going to pick up a couple of heroes because I should get some free faction law points there. We'll kill once. 17's fine. Flag of truce, whatever that does. Another bit of damage. Losses are fine. Okay. Good artifacts. I'll take the artifacts. Heck, I can take the artifacts to get some upgrades if I need to. Why am I not picking up this third one? It looks like I'm right there. I will take the castle, and we can still reach this guy. Level 3 Mage Guild? Should I just... No, we don't have the resources for it. I got the marketplace. I could get a level 3 Mage Guild and increase the value of my spells. Let's actually do that. If we're really talking about squeezing every advantage we possibly can out of the scenario, like, let's do it. Like, let's play this as if it's our last sort of playthrough. It might be, who knows? You never know, man. You never know. I need a couple of resources left. Here? Is that enough gold? Is it 1,000 gold? 2,500? Okay. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Okay. All right, Mage Guild level 3. Everything's looking good. We got some spells that are upgraded. Fatal Decay's been upgraded. Optical Illusion's been upgraded. Song of Power, maybe Song of Power, maybe not. And then, yeah, Healing Water got upgraded. Okay, alrighty, folks. If this is to be our end, then I would have it be such an end. We've done everything we could to prepare for this moment. They've got some dragons, they've got Minotaurs, they've got the Infiltrators, they've got Queens, they've got some Phoenixes, they've got Troglodytes, they've got Minotaurs. Let's do this fight. Says we win. It looks like the losses are going to be pretty bad. I think we can do even better. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right. We'll put the dancers in the back. Let's see. Everything here looks okay to me. We're immediately going to eat an ice bolt onto the troglodytes. Troglodytes are going to take this damage from the dragon. Oh my goodness. The infiltrators just got completely destroyed. Oh my goodness. So ice bolt onto the troglodytes. So they took the damage, and then they're also going to lose their initiative, which is bad. Ashen dragons get 2 shots off. They did 238 damage twice. So these ashen dragons just did so much damage. 200 times 4. They did 800 damage. 200 here, 200 here, 200 here, 200 here. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Now, at least I'm going to kill these dragons right here, but I didn't get the chance to do my Minotaur stance or my Dark Elf stance. At this point, do you want to survive or do you want to do damage? I think I'm actually just going to do the Dark Elf stance. I think with 16 attack, with 16 attack, I'm just going to try to absorb these losses. That's going to be what I do more so than anything. Let's do a Heroic Strike here. Okay. Good luck. Get out of my game. We will wait. Dancers have got an opportunity. We talked about using the Twilight spell. Oh my gosh, I don't have the corresponding school of magic or intelligence. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so you lost an opportunity there. That's not good, but these things do happen. Queens have got 8 initiative. -2 initiative would not drop them below my Medusa. It still could be kind of good. We will wait on a Weakening Ray. I don't know about a web spell. Web onto the Minotaur Vanguard feels like it's always good though. Yeah, web onto the Minotaur Vanguard always feels good. Let's do that. Okay. And then I do want the damage. I do want the damage here. Do you want to kill 3 to 4 and take the counter shot? Or do you want to spread the damage from the dancers? I think that we actually want to spread the damage here and onto the Minotaur Lords. For the -1 defense, I think you do. Take the counter shot. Oh, because we use the fighting style, we don't take a retaliation there. That's actually really cool. I like that. Time for the Shadow Strike. We're going to Shadow Strike and kill as many of these queens as we can from afar. That was 10. We just killed 10 because we got the good luck on that. That was nice. We never upgraded these infiltrators. Oh, these are just base level infiltrators. It's still a lot of infiltrators, but it's base level infiltrators. That was actually a big miss. I didn't even realize that was a problem until just now. Queens are about to get, I imagine, their AoE damage off. They're going to attack here. They're going to attack here. I'm going to move my infiltrators up because I just don't want to find out. I'm anticipating I'm going to lose a lot of creatures there. No, they go for the straight up damage. 56 to the troglodytes. They would have been much better off. Yeah, they would have been much better off doing the AoE damage. 50% damage there, 50% damage there, and 50% damage there. That was a mistake on the AS part. We'll wait. I'm gonna get full damage off. I don't even care. And this guy agrees with me. Okay, we got good luck on that. Let's do it again. If it was good once, it should be great a second time. And it was. Troglodytes are moving forward. I'm gonna take damage anyway. We gotta get down the battlefield. I'll take the damage with the Minotaur Lords. I'm okay with it. Time for the Hydras to go. I should have taken one step back. That was a little bit closer than I should have gone. Dragons use the inner fire ability. If they're attacked in melee, we will take additional damage. The Phoenixes are immediately obliterated. Okay. I kind of want to haste these. Let's see. If I haste my Hydras, we're going to get a really quality strike off here. So we were on defense. I'm going to go straight to Minotaur stance for attack now. We're going to get as much damage off as we can. Oof. Nice. Very nice. I'm good for that. And now this dragon's kind of a nothing burger. We're going to focus on these critical units down here. Shadow Strike has already been used. If I attack here, I am going to take 150 magic damage from the dragon. If I just wait though, that will take no damage. What if we just wait? Okay. I'm going to use the Infiltrators. 11 to 19 of these Minotaurs took a bunch of damage. Big ouch. Medusa kind of sealed their fate with a really nice double hex attack. There's the good luck. Minotaurs, 55 of them. Will we get a good strike off on these troglodytes? We do, down to 90. This stack of troglodytes originally had 302. They're down to 90. We're doing great. Folks, this is fine. AoE strike over here. It's just the most effective use of my time, I do believe. 37 to 90 of these troglodytes goes down here. We kill 55. And, oh, geez. Did I just not get a turn with my R8 dancers? The dragon's going to get to go. Tell you what, I'll just take the damage. 150 magic damage. We lose 10 infiltrators. Don't love it, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Another ice bolt. The troglodytes are taking oodles of damage. The Hydras are going to finish off these Minotaur queens. Minotaur queens. These Medusa queens. They'll do their best to finish off the Minotaur queens. 3 to 4. It's not going to do it. Let's kill a full stack of the 4 to 5. Let's just see if we can get 4 to 5. We do. And then as we crowd around these troglodytes, it's going to be most of them dead there. With the good strike. Strikes there. These guys are now staggering hits, so they lost their counterattack ability. 27 here. A couple there. And the 5 final troglodytes are going to go down. So the losses look way better with just a couple of spells. We save all the Medusa. We save all of the dancers. We did lose half the stack of the infiltrators and some of these other ones. We lost 338 troglodytes. But you know what? That's what they're here for. That's their job. We are going to take the enemy out at the quick. We're going to go advanced siegecraft. We're going to go for range damage of friendly creatures is not reduced by walls during a siege. No. Yeah, actually, I do want that. Forward observers. We can pick up tons of artifacts, including boots of travel. Folks, I think that was everything we needed it to be. We'll take the additional movement. Scholar's Tiara. I'm going to take that. Wait, where's this go? Head. Okay. Wizard's Cloak for the additional... Yeah, enemies' morale isn't going to matter nearly so much. I don't know. It might. And then we actually got the Straw Hat. Straw Hat is going to give us 4 Pauper's items here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, now we got the Pauper's Glory for 4 items. That's 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 spell power, 2 knowledge, 2 morale, and 2 luck. Yeah, we're doing great with these Pauper's items. I really actually do enjoy these. And I'm feeling great. Feeling great with all these additions we have here. I see no reason why we ought not to just continue on into the enemy. We will find mana along the way. We will find additional opportunities later. Let's do it like this though. Let's go just like this. Let's have Sister Dira go to right about here. Polaris is gonna go up. We're here. Typhon is gonna come back. I'm gonna see if I can actually get the Infiltrators upgraded. Whatever's left of them, I'm gonna try and get those upgraded before we set off into the Southern Kingdom. But if I'm the enemy, I think that I know that I've just pretty much lost the scenario right now. Now it's gonna be a matter of cleaning up, making sure that there's no problems. And I think that we're going to do a pretty okay job of that. Okay, quick little swap here. Boop. Sister Dira, quick little swap here. Boop. I totally could have used the relocation ability. In fact, I probably should have. Probably should have. I guess I get to do this nice little extra resupply here. I guess it's okay. Okay, little hero swap. And then Talaris is going to bring these folks to the front. Plenty of Minotaurs, plenty of Troglodytes, 183 of the Guile Infiltrators, and we can actually get elite Infiltrators so they do even more damage with their fighting style. Good job, folks. You've done a good job, and I'm very happy for it. Let's have Inati actually go into the starting area. No, she's going to go back. She's going to make sure that we can re-flag some of these missed opportunities. There's a gold mine here that we actually need to re-flag. Somebody needs to grab that. Let's go up the road. Polaris is probably going to go in the rear and try and bring support to the front. But again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I feel like I've got everything I need in this scenario. I feel like we're in a good spot. That's going to be the end of month 1. We are going to go on to month 2. By month 2, folks, we've pretty much beaten the scenario. And what do we get for this new month? All neutral squads on the global map are replaced with others of equal strength. What the actual junk? Still like... this wasn't dragons before, but it is now. That's funny. Okay. All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. Bearded Man says, nicely fought. You definitely got this. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So when I've played against actual players, for Siegecraft, towers do reduce damage. When I've played against actual enemy players or human players, I tend to find that the losses don't look nearly so good, which is to be expected, right? Oh, we found him. But I'm very, very happy that we were able to do as much as we have so far, just to be just effective with our time and our resources. Okay, hold on. We gotta do this. We got 13k gold. Let's do a full purchase as much as we can. This scenario's over. Let's trade for gold. Boop. 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 Got 5k gold extra. We'll purchase as many of the dancers as we can. That's 23. A couple more of these troglodytes. Okay. Let's use the relocation spell. I know that we're kind of low on... on our opportunities, but let's do this slick little resupply in the field. That's some additional Hydras, Minotaurs, dancers, and so on and so forth. Even though these forces are not completely beaten, this should give us the opportunities we need. We walked right through the snow, we found our enemies, and if that was me, I would be running right now. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, these guys are getting obliterated. Let's fight this fight. This might be the final fight. This is a Schism hero. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but they do have these Infernal Hydras. They've got some Schism units, so they did try to build 2 different actions worth of creatures. That's kind of interesting. 74 spell points. That's plenty. If I do the web onto the Agashoth Tamers, that actually takes them out of the fight fairly well. Let's do the web here. Hydras, we will wait. There's no reason to go forward. I do want my Minotaur stance. And we're going to focus on dancers and troglodytes. We'll just kill so many of those. High morale. We're crippling these enemy forces. We're going to get up enough focus points that I can use my Shadow Strike ability in just a moment or so. We're just not going to use this Heroic Strike. Maybe I get good morale on the Minotaurs. We do not. AoE damaging ability. Do you want to take out these forces or these forces? I think I'm okay to take out these forces. Since these guys are slowed and this stack is decimated, I think that you want to go more for these guys. I will do the Viscous Spit. The Shoths are down. I repeat, Shoths are down. We only lose 4 troglodytes. With 7 attack, 6 spell power, and 6 defense, this enemy is not that tough. Against our 18 attack and 14 defense, like, they just don't have a chance. Like, they really just don't have a chance. I'll take out one full stack of their Infiltrators. And the Riders or the Tamers or whoever these are, they're just not going to be enough to do it. The Infernals are going to get the initiative because they're so fast. But it's not going to avail it them anything. My goodness. We'll take out all these toxic troglodytes now. Finish off the Hydras. And that's the fight. I don't know how I was supposed to lose 100 of my Infiltrators, but I'd much rather lose 65 troglodytes than 1 Minotaur. We got the Monster's Head. I'm not sure what that is. -1 to the enemy's luck and morale. It's a rare back piece, so that's actually an immediate upgrade over the Omen Collar. -1 luck or -1 luck and morale. So clearly that's just a direct upgrade. Here's the secondary castle for the enemy. We've taken that objective. And there was this training. Oh my gosh, I never did this in the previous place. There's the gym that will level up any visiting hero. I never did pick that up. I definitely should have. There's no forces here to purchase. That's okay. But even this secondary castle, they've really worked hard to invest in this castle. Pretty impressed with the enemies. They do have an artifact exchanger. I'll take a look at that in just a second. Motley is here. I'm going to grab Motley immediately. She'll send over the dancers. But Motley's job is just to go and explore. It looks like we've wandered into the snow. It's not the place to go. And I probably would have gone the wrong way myself. So instead, we're going to look to go south. And I'm going to leave this castle unupgraded, unguarded. Yeah, that's it. Unguarded is what we're going to do. We got 3 faction law points. Let's go for the Elite Medusa. Yeah, they're pretty good. I think that Minotaurs would probably be the better stack to make Elite at this point, since we have 71 versus 20, but I'm going to accept it for now. These losses are embarrassing for the enemy. I'm going to accept this. And yeah, I think that the enemy is officially done. Yeah, you're attacking me with absolutely nothing. You're just throwing free meat at me. Oh, give me the experience. Give me the experience. And does that end the enemy? It does not. There is one more enemy somewhere on the map. They might even be up in the snow terrain. Let's actually use Motley to just continue on up this direction. Oh yeah, because there was a Schism castle. Like, they had Schism units, didn't they? Let's buy one more hero here, just for scouting purposes. Clarissa's great, always. She needs to level up logistics. Maybe there's somebody up here? Yeah, I'm still looking for a Schism town, I think. Boy, I don't know where to go here at this point. Hidden turn, what do I see? There it is. So I guess the enemy had already been defeated. It just didn't trigger. So that's going to be a victory, folks. We're going to be very, very happy for that. We're going to call it a day. Bearded Man, at least it wasn't a month of the plague. Yes. I can always count on Bearded Man to remind me to worry about the new months. Folks, that was a great victory. That was a good fun playthrough. And that'll work out just fine for us. The fact that we were able to get through this playthrough, it was a nice medium-sized map. We recognized when it was time to pull back our forces and stop going adventuring and get our hero as strong as they can and get all the forces together. And that made the big clash between my hero and Kelarr work out very, very well for us. Rhea with the luck has done an exceptional job. A really cool might-based hero. I had a lot of fun with this hero. Hopefully we can use them more in the future, because as far as the different heroes you got, I do like Inity, I do like Typhona because of the hero specialities, but Rhea has got some really cool scaling opportunities for us. I think that we saw that on full display here. That was a lot of fun. Win asks, are we winning? Yes, we are. Glasses on. Glasses on, everybody. So that'll be the playthrough for the day, and that was just a nice quick little 3-hour in and out for a medium-sized map. I think that that's what we can expect in the future. I'm happy for the playthrough, happy that we're getting to enjoy some more Olden Era. Of course, as always, we will post this to YouTube. I'm happy to spend the time with you all here on Twitch, but we're going to call it a day. It's time to go home and eat some more of that Thanksgiving turkey and whatever else fun stuff you have, just in case you haven't done that. So folks, please, at this point, I'll ask you with all humility of heart, as always, please do me a huge favor. Look after you, look after your friends, look after your family. Take very good care of yourself, because if you don't, who will? My name is FixFox. If you like this, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your mama, share it with anybody you like, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. In the meantime, I'm out. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.